least it's only 12 hours. In a hotel room. With a cop killer.
I don't have to take orders from anybody.
Stay out of my face,
Especially a couple of broads.
Put a cork in it, Edson. Cocaine does not make sex better. It makes it worse.
Look, I'm not talking about better or worse. Just different.
Oh, forgive me. But, he's just wonderful to me in bed. Sounds okay to me. Would you hold me? Please hold me.
What do you think?
Pretty sharp.
State of the art. And it's on sale, too.
You don't have any place to put lawn furniture?
Oh, I got a patio.
It's a fire escape, Victor.
What do you mean? I entertain out there all the time. My hibachi's out there.
Of course.
I want all day tour detectives in my office. Right away, please.
Figures. 5 minutes to quitting time. You know, this patio furniture is only on sale till 6 o'clock today.
Victor, life goes on, with or without patio furniture.
There's somebody close the door. I just got off the phone with the deputy commissioner's office. Keith Edson is being paroled into the 14th, and we are being given the assignment of protecting him until he is relocated out of state. Starting tomorrow morning at 9, you're going on 12-hour shifts.
Tomorrow, sir.
Yeah, he's being released a couple of days early for security reasons. The press doesn't know and the public doesn't know. Cagney, Lacey, you got the first shift. As per Monty, Kazak, you're next, and so on. Here's the duty roster. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Keith Edson murdered a police officer in cold blood. Why are they letting him out?
Because his parole board recommended it.
Well, it's a joke. Mendez 8.5 years for murder.
Lieutenant, paroling Edson makes us all targets out there.
There's not a cop in the city who is thrilled about this. But we pulled the detail, and I want him to live through it. Any more questions? All right. Corwin Arms Hotel, Broadway and 72nd, Suite 906. All right, chalk out. Night duty's coming in.
It's just great. You blow away a cop, and you get 8 years. We gotta babysit with him. It's a job, and it stinks. You know, I signed the petition protesting his parole. We've had worse assignments. At least it's only 12 hours. In a hotel room. With a cop killer. And then we get to come home, just like every other day. I don't like it either, but we'll survive.
Lacey,
Yeah.
calls from DeVega and Vice and Harvey and Queens. Your beloved like you to pick up a dozen eggs jumbo and a 6-pack cold. And Cagney, you got a call from your father. He has reservations to meet you at La Principessa at 49th Street.
Principessa? It's a little pricey for Charlie.
That's what it says there, Charlie Cagney. Dinner at 8. Don't be late.
Maybe he had a good day at the track.
So how was dinner with your dad?
He didn't show.
Why not?
It was Dory.
McKenna?
Practical joke. It's very hard to explain.
Uh-huh.
Mary Bats do not me.
Uh-huh.
He made up this whole story to get me there, and then in the middle of dessert, he up and goes to a stakeout. He had penciled me in for 1 hour. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can believe that.
I don't understand him. Uh-huh. He'd said we shouldn't see each other anymore because it was getting too complicated. And then he invites me out to a restaurant under false pretenses and apologizes for what happened weeks ago, and then he takes off like he's going to a fire.
Uh-huh.
In the interim, there have been no phone calls, no explanations. There are no parking spaces.
Well, Christine, I already told you my opinion.
Many times. Wait, there's a space right up there.
It's a hydrant. We'll get a ticket.
I don't care.
Neither does this guy.
Hey, buddy! You want to move it? You want a ticket?
I'm glad to see you. You're 20 minutes late.
Sorry to keep you waiting, McCauley. We had to park in Brooklyn. Where's Edson?
My boy's feeling a little grungy from prison, so he wanted to take a shower.
Oh. Any other doors to this palace?
Just the front door and the bedroom.
Dumbwaiter?
It's locked off.
Have fun, ladies. This guy's a real piece of work.
We weren't exactly expecting the Prince of Wales.
Good. Then you won't be disappointed.
Where you guys going?
I'm Detective Lacey. It's Detective Cagney. We're out of the 14th precinct. We're going to be your bodyguards for the next 12 hours.
This is a joke, right?
Nope, we're on our way out. Our job is just to get you here.
No. I'm not gonna agree to this. Women cops?
Sign this and he's all yours.
Oh, I don't believe this. Women cops, you might as well put a bullet right through me.
Have fun, ladies. Bye.
That's Mr. Edson, we'd like to get a couple things clear here. First, we didn't volunteer for this. Secondly, this is how we're going to proceed the next 12 hours. You stay away from the windows, stay away from the door, stay away from the telephone. If it rings, we'll answer it, and you behave yourself. Understand?
I'm not in prison anymore. I don't have to take orders from anybody.
Stay out of my face,
Especially a couple of broads.
He's a pretty brave guy. Wasn't it your understanding, Detective Lacey, that this man is a target? For every cop in New York City? Doesn't seem to worry him. Well, what do we got this shade here for, then? Let's get some light in the room.
Keep that shade down.
Do you think he's worried somebody's out there? Maybe he's shy.
You know damn well what I'm worried about.
What was that I was talking about just before? Is it clear what's expected? Right. Mr. Edson, is it clear what's expected?
In some parts of Connecticut and New Jersey. Tomorrow, we look forward to highs in the 50s in metropolitan New York, with the winds coming in at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Well, that's it for the weather. Back to you, Pam.
So, what are you reading?
A book.
Huh? You want to read me the good parts?
Edson, you touch me. You're going to hold the record for New York's shortest parole. Harv, did the orthodontist tell you that Harv Jr. does not have to wear his retainer every day, or does this come from Harv Jr.? Then make him wear them, sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Kiss the boys for me. Yeah.
So what do you got, a couple boys? Well, what does your husband do? Is he a cop, too?
I'm not going to discuss my family with you.
Oh, sure.
What do I care? Hey, Blondie, why don't you put some coffee on?
Candidates, and we're not stewardesses. Don't touch it. Yeah. What is this? This is a sad commentary on your social life. Creep.
He say dirty things? What'd he say?
Yeah. Look, you keep it up, I'm gonna have the line traced, and you're gonna be in big trouble.
Why don't you take the phone off the hook, Lacey? You'd like to hear those dirty
That's
things.
enough out of you. Don't waste your energy, Mary Beth. The phone will stay on the hook because we have to be able to hear from the precinct. So why don't we have some quiet time now?
Why don't we have some quiet time now? Quiet time, quiet time. What am I in nursery school here?
Put a cork in it, Edson.
Oh.
Thanks, Lon. I'll take this here. Thank you. Thank you.
You want me to massage that for you?
Hey!
Ow!
Give it a rest.
I mean it. I'm good at that. It's what I used to do. I'm a licensed masseur. I used to get 25 bucks an hour, and that was 8 years ago.
Armed robbery was just a hobby, huh? Look, there's community mental health plans for this type of thing. You don't have to go through your life hyperventilating over a telephone. Mary Beth! Yeah, what? What's the matter? Cockroach. You were worse than my kids. I'll get it for you. I'll get it. I gotta get over this. Right. This will do it. Yeah. Don't answer the phone, Edson. Knock it off, you pervert!
Now I know if you call
Edson!
dirty to a man.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
Edson asked you about your family, and you refused to discuss it with him.
That's right.
And at that point, you got the first phone call?
All right.
What did he say?
I told you he was a breather.
What'd you say to him?
I never opened the shade. I had threatened to open the shade. We wanted to get some control over the gun.
Are you saying that the minute that McCauley and Havern left, you lost control over the situation?
Well, what did you tell him? What'd you say to him?
I told him, I said I'd have the line traced.
And you didn't?
No, sir. I thought he was a kid, you know, or a pervert, you know, some... Happens all the time.
How much time elapsed between the second and third phone call?
How preoccupied were you with the cockroach?
Not enough to compromise the security of the room.
Oh. How long were you in the bathroom before you became so distressed over the cockroach that you had to come out here and discuss it with your partner?
Look, you want to get off the cockroach. Huh? The cockroach didn't kill him. Lacey did not kill him. I did not kill him.
No one's accusing you or your partner or the cockroach, but obviously somebody was able to get to him.
Stop it! Nobody got to him! I keep telling you there was an explosive charge inside the telephone. Now, what'd you expect me to do? Disassemble the entire phone system?
Well, if you had, we wouldn't be going through all this, now would we? Tell me, you didn't happen to sign the petition protesting Edson's release, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Way to go, girls. Hey, you saved us from having to spend 12 hours with that scuzz. Hey, come on.
For a
job well done. For a job well done?
Wasn't us. Came by special messenger.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at this. We got congratulations from half the police department. I haven't run into a cop yet who isn't happy about what happened. Should have heard my father last night. Every cop on 8th Avenue was buying him drinks. Daniels wants to see us.
That figures.
How'd the IA investigation go?
I have had more pleasant evenings, sir.
They're just doing their job, Lacey.
So were we.
They want to see you downtown, Deputy Commissioner's office.
I can't go see a commissioner dressed like this.
Does it matter?
Well, it matters to me. I think that you should change too, Christine.
We have to dress for this?
It doesn't make any difference. You just got to be there 11 o'clock.
Sir, we already told IAD every single thing that happened.
I don't think this is about the facts of the case.
Well, we've received champagne from our fellow officers. Daniels in PR wants to see us. The deputy commissioner has requested our presence downtown. Anything else, Lieutenant?
They want to see you in legal.
Legal, sir.
There's talk of possible wrongful death suit.
Wrongful death suit? From whom?
Edson's family.
He had a family?
I don't care whether we're officially on the case or not. I want to stay with this.
What it's worth, one paper spelled our name right.
Great. Ernie, how much longer?
20 minutes.
That's what you said 20 minutes ago.
This paper's only got one column on it.
Well, it says it was a pipe bomb.
Which we know it wasn't. It's speculated.
All right, this one here says it was explosives, probably plastic.
Which could be nicely molded into a telephone receiver. Maybe this paper's got a direct line to the DA's office.
Oh, this is ridiculous. We're one full day behind the DA guys, and we got to get our information out of a newspaper? Maybe we should call them.
The DA's office isn't going to give us anything. Technically, we're still suspects, and you know what ticks me off? When they clear us, which they will, Edson still died on our shift, and I'm telling you, it'll be in our files for the rest of our career.
Is that what you're worried about, Christine? That it's going to look bad in your file?
Damn right. Edson's dead. I don't even know if I'd bring him back if I could. Sorry, Mary Beth. You and the commissioner and the papers can all worry about police vigilantism if you want. All I care about is getting the guy who made us look like idiots. So what do we have?
Oh, look at this here. 436. What are you doing, rebuilding the motor?
Hey, I'm working as fast as I can.
Simple oil change. I should have done it myself.
20 minutes.
Mary Beth, we have 1 or 2 days before they put us back on a full caseload, so come on. All right, plastique. It's used in the military and for construction.
Yeah.
That guy has to have some inside information. He knew about the early release date. He knew about the hotel room. He got by everybody completely unnoticed.
Has to be a cop.
Which means everybody's going to be treading very lightly.
The partner, what's his name? Holgate.
What do we have on him?
Well, it says here he has an alibi. He was on duty at the time of the 22nd, signed in, signed out.
Could be another cop.
Which means it would have to be someone with enough connections to get the information, which means could be anybody, couldn't it?
Cagney Lacey.
Are you finished?
30 minutes.
Well, what do you expect? It's the police department. How are you, Lupin?
Hi.
Got any messages?
Yeah. There we go. Couple for Lacey. Nothing for you.
Something on your mind, Christine?
God, he is selfish.
Who?
I'm involved in something right now that could ruin my entire career. And do you think he phones me?
Oh. What else is new?
You're right.
What?
You are right. He wasn't always like this, Mary Beth. He's scared. Well, so am I. I decided that it was okay, all of this, because he's so funny. He makes me laugh. Honest, he does, and he's, well, forgive me, but he's just wonderful to me in bed.
Sounds okay to me.
And I thought, well, it would be okay just to not want any more, because if I wanted any more, then I would end up being hurt. Damn it, I am hurt, so.
Come out. What do you say we'll go out, we'll get a little dinner, get a little silly, huh?
I'm tired.
You sure?
Take a bubble bath and read a dirty book.
Want to kick your locker some more?
Yes, I think I will.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. Hello? Dory? No, I would not be interested in buying life insurance. Thank you.
How you doing?
Fine. Got the Duffy file?
Yeah. 35 years old, and Edson killed him. You should see the collars he made. But most interesting thing, look here. Take a look who trained him.
Paul, come on. Now, look, we need help here.
As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed.
Closed? Wait a second. The man who murdered a kid you trained gets blown up, and that means to you the case is closed? I don't think you mean it.
What do you want to know?
Okay. You knew Tim Duffy pretty well. Who would want to avenge his death?
How many cops are there on the force?
Could you hit the mark a little closer, Paul? What about his family?
A funeral was the last time I saw the family. His wife was so distraught, she couldn't accept the flag. The kid had to take it.
Are they still in the city?
I heard the wife died 2 or 3 years later. And the son. How does a kid handle a situation like that? Trouble in school, floating from here and there. I think he's still in New York.
Well, what about his partner, Holgate? From Duffy's record, it looked like they were quite a team.
They had their futures in front of them. Holgate was a little older. He was going to go for a sergeant's exam.
Why didn't he?
He broke. Something inside him snapped that night, and he was never the same. One day, he's a terrific cop. The next day, he's a station attendant at the 22nd Precinct.
Station attendant? It's like a janitor.
Only you get to keep the uniform. One cop was shot that night. 2 cops died.
Thank you.
You think they sent us on a wild goose chase?
Said his office was down in the basement. That's where Mike Petrovich has his. Who's Mike Petrovich? He's the station attendant at the 14th. You know him. He's the guy who tanks up the squad cars, takes care of the boilers.
Oh, yeah, Mike.
So this is where all the old war horses go. Mary Beth, I do not want to see this in my future.
Oh, come on, it's not so bad. You know, in case you can't hack it anymore, it's the place to go every day. It's a job. Better than the phone company will do for you.
Excuse me. Officer Holgate?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
I'm Detective Cagney. This is Detective Lacey.
From the DA's office again?
No, sir, we're from the 14th squad. We're the officers who were on duty when Edson was killed.
Yeah. I heard that was not a very pretty sight.
No, sir.
Looks like I've become the prime suspect, huh?
You were Duffy's partner.
Yeah, that's right. Look, I'll tell you just what I told the DA's office. I was angry about Edson's release. I wrote a few letters. And, I even tried to talk to the police commissioner. They still let him out. What, 8.5 years for killing? It's a sham.
You want to see Edson dead?
You like each other? You work well together?
Yeah?
Well, Timmy and I, we were the best. We were good friends. The night that he died, we stopped off at a liquor store. Timmy was trying to quit smoking, but he folded. We walked in there together. I was kidding him. I was trying to make him feel as bad as I could. Anyway, I heard a voice behind us. We turned around. There was this guy with a .45. It was pointed right at Timmy's head. So he took Timmy's gun. Then he took mine. I'm never going to forget the look on Edson's face. He raised my gun up there to Timmy's head. And bang! Pulled the trigger. He enjoyed it. What would you do? Somebody did that to her.
Officer Hogan, I'm sorry. I have to ask you this. Did you kill Keith Edson?
No.
Where were you when he was murdered?
I was right here on duty. You can check the blotter. It was a day. It was like any other day. I took the subway to work. It did my 8 hours, and I took the subway home.
I didn't cry when I heard, you know? Any law against me having a grudge against the murder of my father?
Looks like business is good.
A lot of this is junk. I gotta save everything for the spare parts, but I get by. I got a contract with a cab company.
Oh, yeah?
Potholes are kind of tough on radios, you know?
Yeah, Oz is on the fritz all the time. So, Sean, for the record, where were you that morning?
I went upstate. I went camping, okay?
Alone?
Like I told the detectives yesterday. Alone.
Not much of an alibi.
When I left, I didn't think I needed one.
You in the habit of just closing up your business here and taking off camping in the middle of the week?
Hey, look. I knew Edson was out. And I didn't want to be in the same city with him, okay?
Yeah. How'd you know that?
Why is that important?
Because the release date was unannounced.
You want to go downtown and answer that?
Look, my father's old partner stays in touch. I saw him that morning. talked. I didn't kill him.
I'd really like to help you ladies out, but the DA found out I talked to you. I could be in big trouble.
You know, we didn't have anything to do with it.
That doesn't matter. I'm not allowed to talk to anybody who's not on the case. Sorry.
Come on, Chris. We'll waste no time here.
You probably know a lot about people. And the bombs they make.
Christine.
Give me a break, will you?
I read about the plastique in the newspapers. You must have had to use a very small blasting cap.
Oh, it was no bigger than a matchstick. It's very popular late in Vietnam.
You discovered all of that just from going through the debris?
You think you're the only ones in this department that do detective work? Well, the whole thing has been deductive logic. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I was one that figured out how that bomb that got Edson was detonated.
Really? Yeah. Let me guess. A radio-controlled device, just like on model airplanes.
More like a garage door opener.
And you figured it out.
Oh, of course, that led to the big thing.
Isn't this terrific?
Uh-huh. It told us that the person that set it off had to be within a 1-block radius.
I don't believe it.
What do you mean you don't believe it? I mean, that is what you were angling for, isn't it?
Thank you.
All right, what do we got we can use?
We've got 3 hotel employees who swear they saw nobody but uniforms go up to that room before Edson. I say we got a cop.
Yeah, Holgate.
Or someone who's posing as a cop.
Hey, Duffy's kid?
I don't know. I don't believe this.
This police shield is right on the window. I don't think these meter maids can read.
I'm telling you right now, Marion, I am not going to Brzezinski and have this ticket voided.
Brzezinski likes you.
I stood him up in a sushi bar. I'd rather pay the $2.
$50.
I should apologize.
Hi. My group meeting was just a couple of blocks away. I thought I'd stop by. You know?
Harry's in the bathroom. No, come, I'm alone. Yeah, come on in. Did I get you anything?
I'm sorry I didn't call.
It's okay. Coffee?
No, I meant about Edson. Must be rough, huh?
We're handling it.
Chris, I think... Still make that fancy Colombian coffee?
Yeah?
I wasn't sure I was going to see you again.
Yeah? Dory, why do we keep doing this to each other?
I'm doing it because I don't know why I'm doing it. Okay?
I told you the other night that we could take it slow. I said that I would move it
Christine. I don't know. I'm different.
Terrific. So am I.
When I was using, I was high on coke. I was speeded up all the time, and I was excited and exciting. I was on top of things. It used to be great between us. And I keep thinking, well, what if it's not the same?
Dory, this is so crazy.
I know it's crazy.
Cocaine does not make sex better. It makes it worse.
Look, I'm not talking about better or worse, just different. I mean, I always felt that without that between us, without the sex, I wouldn't know how to keep you around.
Dory, damn it. I loved you making love to me. But more than the sex, what I loved is what we had afterwards. I loved the tenderness. And afterwards is when the barriers were broken down. And afterwards is when we really touched each other.
It's just...
Dory, I can't help it. I don't think I know any other way to get there. Would you hold me? Please hold me. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you.
Hey, Cagney, do everybody a big favor. Forget about Edson. Best police work you ever did. Just letting him die.
Who is it?
We bought you lunch. It's Becky's idea.
Yeah, I'm paying.
I can tell.
Is this because of Edson?
No. It's because we realize what you've been going through, and we haven't exactly been the most supportive.
Look, what he's trying to say is, Edson wasn't your fault. Could have happened to anybody.
Thank you for lunch.
Like you said, it was my idea. You want a vanilla shake or chocolate?
Vanilla. You know, Victor, this really was sweet of you, but it wasn't necessary.
Christine,
You don't have to go.
our fellow officers want to help out. Let's be gracious. So, Marcus, you still have that pipeline to the DA's office because we need some.
Like?
Like the personnel files on Holgate.
Bingo. What do you say? Hey! Watch it here! No go!
Well, it doesn't make sense. Those calls came in for over an hour. How is it nobody saw anyone lingering at the only working phone booth on this entire block? Let's say it was Holgate.
Okay.
He said he took the subway that day.
Yeah.
Well, then you would have to have gotten out of that subway entrance, crossed this street, and used that phone booth.
No, wait a second. Duffy said that Holgate came to see him that morning, right? So think about what that means. Holgate starts off in the Bronx, then he goes to Brooklyn to visit Duffy, and then he comes to work in Manhattan.
Yeah, so?
So, in order to do that, he'd have to get on an IND, and then he had to transfer to an IRT, and then he would have to, switch over to a local BMT in order to make it the 22nd precinct.
It's a hell of a way to start the day.
Yeah, unless he drove. And if he drove, then all he'd have to do is go right down the East River Drive over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Well, if he drove, he lied to us. You got a dime?
My pleasure.
Okay, thank you, Tim. We appreciate your help. Duffy's kid said Holgate had his car that day.
Then he could have got in and out of the 22nd precinct even a couple times. Made those phone calls, would have been quick, nobody would have missed him.
Yeah, prove it.
We see if people got the personnel files. We're gonna piece this thing together, maybe.
Ah, no! No!
Now listen, hey, it's another one for Badinsky.
I don't want to go see Berdinsky, Mary Beth. The man wants to go out with me. He flirts.
What you never do?
Never.
Never? What was that thigh business with the bomb expert? What do you call that?
That's different. That's called in the line of duty.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you got the spot. You want to give it a rest? Mary Beth, Holgate had to make it back and forth there pretty fast. What are the chances he got a parking spot?
Badinsky? Badinsky.
Put yourself in my place. I mean, it's not easy being single, you know? I'm sure, haven't you just sometimes had it right up to here? Huh? With that one more date? One more time you have to be affable, you gotta be charming. You have to smile. So, that is why I never called and canceled our date. I just couldn't face it that night. I couldn't even talk to you.
Is this supposed to be making me feel better?
Well, yes. She's trying. See, you have to understand that sometimes people have their limitations, is what she's trying to say, and you're not going to hang us up because Christine doesn't have the most perfect manners.
All right, okay, I'll do it. For you.
Oh, well, what we need is a list of all of the ticketed vehicles on those streets on the day of the 10th.
That all?
And we need a cross-reference to the owners of those vehicles.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me it was something easy? I only have to run 3 different programs.
Ask him.
I cannot ask him very good.
Ask him, Christine, and ask him nice. Say please.
Excuse me. I wondered if, could you take care of these for us, please? We'd really appreciate it, Stanley.
It's Doug.
Doug. Oh. Thank you, Doug. That parking ticket places Holgate's car within the vicinity of the hotel a half hour before Edson was killed.
He could have had the ticket voided, but he paid it. He didn't want to call attention to it.
And according to his personnel file, he has military experience in demolitions.
Hold it a second. Let me understand this. You ran a parking ticket through the DMV, and you cut into computer time without a signed priority form? And then you go ahead and get a hold of his personnel file? All of this without getting a clearance from me?
Well, Lieutenant, we were not officially on the case, so
Well,
we had
forget
to...
that. I just want to know how you managed to do it all.
Oh, well, sir, there's a Doug Badinsky over at the...
Oh, never mind. Maybe it's better that I don't know.
How do we handle this, Lieutenant?
I'll call his commanding officer. And you two are going to have to go down and make the collar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you think the IAD guys feel like? They have to bring in another cop.
Some of the ones I know look like they get a kick out of it.
Can't believe it. He's one of us. Maybe he'll be glad it's over. Huh?
baby.
I don't want him handcuffed in the squad room.
No, sir. We'll walk him out the back entrance, all right?
Officer Holgate.
I love her so much, Chris, I can't even think about losing her.
Whatever it is will blow over. The best marriage in America is not finished.
How could you do a thing like that? How could you go to Christine with something like that? I don't understand that, Harv.
Mary Beth, will you talk to me?
Talk?
Yes.
You want to talk about how we'd feel in case maybe I have breast cancer? Okay. In case maybe I have breast cancer, you go first.
Even if it is cancer, no one said you are going to die.
Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky.
Harv, maybe they'll just cut me in pieces and pump me full of chemicals. Mary Beth, he's a cancer specialist, and I think you should see him now.
Harvey, I'm scared of dying.
Harvey? Harvey, what you doing up?
Go back to sleep, babe. I'm just getting a little bicarb. Chris, I didn't wake you, did I? It's Harvey Lacey. I'm really sorry to bother you this time of night. You don't have a date or anything, do you? I need to talk to you, Chris. No, not now. Can I meet you tomorrow for lunch? Or how about after work? It's very important. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'll find it. Thanks a lot, Chris. Look, I don't want Mary Beth to know about this, okay? Please, Chris, this is just between the two of us, okay? Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow then.
6 hours in court. I'm telling you, the man should be removed from the bench. No probable cause? I've been a cop 14 years. I know probable cause, believe me. Yeah. Mary Beth, you all right? I'm fine. Why? I'm not even weird lately. Weird? What does that mean? Quiet.
You're supposed to be quiet in court.
Thank you very much. You don't speculate, you don't accumulate. What can I do for you, sir? $10. Nice action. Thank you very much. You know we're down to the home stretch here, kiddies.
You changed the odds again. You got Petrie at even money to pass the sergeant's exam, and you got me at 5-1 again.
I only call him the way I see him.
Your eyes needs checked. If I'm not the heavy favorite, I don't know who is.
Only with yourself is, Becky, and if people don't start picking up on your action, those odds are going to get even longer. Thank you. What can I do for you, sir?
5 on Lacey, 5 on Rabinowitz, please.
You got it. And 20 on his Becky. That ought to hold the line for now.
Section 12-783 of the Patrol Guide strictly prohibits gambling on department property, Coleman.
Yes, sir.
Put me down for 10 on Cagney and 5 on Blomquist.
Yes, sir.
Ladies?
Lieutenant?
Well, ladies, care to make a bet? The window is now open for the sergeant stakes.
No, thanks. I don't feel very lucky today. What are the odds?
Completely ridiculous. He's got me at 5-1.
Oh. When he gets to 10-1, let me know.
Excuse me.
It's after 5 o'clock. I thought you left 20 minutes ago.
Got things I want to finish here.
Oh, let it wait till morning. That's what I'm gonna do.
That won't take long.
I thought I was the workaholic around here.
I'll get caught up. Lacey, 14th. Yes, I remember, ma'am. Please, tell me your name and address. And your son's name. How old is Kevin, Mrs. Taggart? And he was due home when? What, did you check with the neighbors? What about his friends, ma'am? No. All right. All right, we're gonna need to come over there. Half hour tops. All right, ma'am.
Half hour?
8-year-old. Never came home from school. Mother sounds very upset. She kept our card from some community action meeting.
Well, let the other shift take it. We're supposed to be off duty here. Come on.
I know those guys. They're gonna put her off till tomorrow.
You're probably right.
I'll go. You don't have to go, Christine.
Oh, hey, I gotta stay uptown anyway.
Do you think I like worrying about you every time I go to work? Do you feel like a big man scared me half to death? I have a good mind just to wear you out.
Sounds like we wasted a trip.
I hope so.
Who is it?
Detective Lacey, Mrs. Taggart. This is Detective Cagney.
I should have called you back. I'm sorry. He walked in here about 10 minutes ago.
Hi.
I'm really sorry you took up your time coming over here. Kevin knows better than to act like that.
I'm sure he does, ma'am.
I've told him till I'm out of breath that he's supposed to come home right after school and stay here. Now, you apologize to these ladies for making him come out of their way. Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't mention.
I guess I shouldn't have panicked, but when I got home and nobody had seen him for hours, I just didn't know what else to do.
You work, Mrs. Taggart?
I'm a typist for a company downtown.
Work late a lot?
Take overtime whenever I can get it.
So you leave your son alone after school?
He used to go to a daycare center, and then they cut the funds and closed it down.
What about Kevin's father?
You find him and ask him about that.
Mrs. Taggart, if you can't get a babysitter, maybe a neighbor could look after him.
Look, lady, they have their own problems. Now, Kevin is plenty old enough to stay here by himself.
Mrs. Taggart, I'm glad everything worked out this time. Kevin, don't you go scaring your mother anymore. You hear me? Ma'am?
So you think she really belted him?
I hit Harv Jr. once when he broke the rules. Our parents smack kids, you know, it happens.
Is this a great place to leave an 8-year-old by himself?
Now, what kind of choices does she have? Hey, Harv has got some kind of a business dinner tonight, a contractor or something, and the boys are with Brenda. You want to go eat?
You and me?
Yeah. maybe spring for a bottle of wine?
I'd love to, but I've got this date.
Oh. Somebody new?
No. It's not a date, it's a blind date.
Thought you always hate blind dates.
I do. Remember Mr. Siegel, my plumber? Well, it's his nephew, and he's been trying to fix us up for about 6 months now. He's a corporate lawyer.
As I recall, you also swore off lawyers.
I did. But a good plumber's hard to find.
Yeah, you got that right.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. I'm glad you made the time to come.
You can't believe it. Tonight, of all nights, Mary Beth wanted to have dinner.
You didn't tell her you were meeting me here.
Oh, no. I made up a great story. Well, it was an okay story, but I think she bought it. It looks like it'll be a while before they seat us, huh?
Yeah. You want a drink?
Oh, I'd love one. 6 hours in court. Oh, thank you. Scotch on the rocks, please.
I got 2, bartender.
Hey, take it easy. I thought you told me New Year's you had a 2-beer limit.
Yeah.
Now, the best memories of the worst blind date I've ever had are those of Howie Newdenberger.
Howie Newdenberger?
Yes? I was in college. You'll like him, my roommate says. He's athletic.
Was he a football player?
Howie? Don't be ridiculous. He was captain of the golf team. 6'6", 120 pounds, soaking wet. Which he was a lot since he sweats so much. Anyway, he said 4 words to me. Hello. 2, please. Good night. And then when he kissed me, he split my lip open with his braces. I had to have 3 stitches.
Poor guy. Whatever happened to him?
Howie? Poor Howie? Poor Howie became an oral surgeon, lives in a mansion in Beverly Hills. He's married to Miss Nebraska.
Oh.
I doubt they kiss much. Anyway, Harvey, enough about me. Let's talk about you. You call me up in the middle of the night, you want to have a secret meeting, huh? You tell me not to tell Mary Beth. And I sit here boring you for a half hour with stories of Howie Newdenberger.
You know, I proposed to Mary Beth in a restaurant. Not like this, though. Second time before she said yes. She ever tell you that?
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, when she said she married me, I must have jumped 5 feet in the air. Knocked over a waiter, spilled a whole plate of ravioli down his suit. I love her so much, Chris, I can't even think about losing her.
Harvey, what are you talking about? You and Mary Beth have the best marriage in America. I know that to be a personal fact. Whatever it is will blow over. The best marriage in America is not finished.
It's not us, it's her. Mary Beth, she hasn't been herself lately. Thought she was worried about the sergeant's exam or some case you 2 were on. Then we were in bed 10 days ago, and I found what I thought was a lump in her breast. I asked her about it. She said it was nothing. She didn't need to see a doctor. It was cysts or something. Normal for that time of month.
Maybe it is.
So how come I never noticed it before? And how come she got out of bed, locked herself in the bathroom? She won't talk to me. She puts me off. Chris, I am scared it is something serious, and Mary Beth won't admit it. I came to you because I don't know what to do.
We're a day and a half behind because of yesterday. It's not yet warm, and you dragged me up here to have lunch. What is going on?
I had a craving for fresh air. Don't you ever feel that way? It's great. Oh, look, this
Now,
is
when I got
nice.
3 million things to do, Christine, I got no time for picnics.
Hey, Mary Beth, I'm buying, okay? So look a gift horse in the mouth. Now, you want a turkey on rye, but they were out of it, so I got your pumpernickel.
Fine. Why am I eating it here?
Because the park was the most private place I could think of. I went by the Women's Center today on my way in. And I got you these. breast cancer. Yeah. Harvey didn't have a business dinner last night, Mary Beth. He had dinner with me. And he told me about the lump he found in your breast.
He told you about that, huh? He had no right to do that.
And don't be angry with him. Come on, the man is worried sick about you.
His Harv's been harping on me about this. I told him I'd go see a doctor.
Well, you did? Yeah. Well, what did he say?
Who?
The doctor.
You know how hard it is to get a doctor to see you these days? Plus, they charge an arm and a leg.
So you didn't make an appointment?
There's nothing wrong, Chris, okay? There's nothing the matter with me. You know, I was going over the Valdez case last night. I think we should open that one up again.
I can recommend a doctor to you that my aunt saw when she had a similar problem.
Thank you. Valdez is lying. I'm telling you, Christine, we should go back and talk to that brother.
Yes! Yeah, you beat that, kiddo. Beat it.
Just a second. Next game, we play winner. Just a second.
In a minute, honey. As soon as I beat him, you play, okay?
As soon as you beat me.
Yeah, I beat you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, here, play now, Mike. Play now. Hiya, babe. Here. My turn, baby.
For God's sake, Harv, can't you do a couple things around here when you know I'm going to be late? Dinner is going to be an hour at least. You got that? Playing video games.
What are you so mad about?
You have to ask? How could you do a thing like that? How could you go to Christine with something like that? I don't understand that, Harv.
I didn't know what else to
No,
do.
I told you it's normal. I told you don't worry.
Mary Beth.
No, it's my private business. You had no right to do that.
Michael wants to know if you're going to finish the game.
Later. Go into your room, finish your homework, both of you.
I already did mine.
Don't check it! Close the door. Babe, please, let's sit down and talk about this.
No. I said this to Christine. I'm going to say it to you. There's nothing to talk about because there's nothing wrong. So you and her can go run somebody else's life and leave mine alone. Excuse me.
Well?
What?
Did you see the doctor?
I didn't have time, Christine. Michael's ear infection's
Mary
acting up
Beth,
again.
you said you were going
Chris,
to
if it's not about work, I don't want to hear about it, all right? Lacey. I will be right there. Tell Eleanor Taggart's here to see us.
Kevin didn't come home.
When, last night?
I didn't want to call you because of the last time. I was so sure he'd show up, but this morning I just didn't know what else to do.
Mrs. Taggart, we're going to do what we can to find your son.
Kevin's never done nothing like this before. You know, he's only 8 years old. And I just keep getting this picture of somebody picking him up off the street. You know, you hear about things like that on television.
Please, ma'am, I understand. I got kids myself, okay? So you try and calm down, because we need your help. We need some information, all right? Some questions.
Where was he last seen and when?
Yesterday afternoon after school.
That third grade class hasn't had a regular teacher in months. Mrs. Laura's husband was transferred. She moved, and we've had difficulty keeping a regular teacher.
Well, sir, What about Kevin's classmates? Any particular kids he hangs out with?
Detective, this is a very overcrowded school. Now, I'm not sure I could pick out Kevin Taggart from a crowd, much less tell you who his friends are.
Why, you got a headache?
No, sinus.
Oh, my husband gets that sometimes. That can be very painful. Mr. Berwin, we'd like to look in Kevin's locker. I mean, maybe there's something there. Tell us where he is.
I'd have to open his locker for you, and I can't do that without a search warrant.
Come on, it would take us a day to get one.
I'm sorry, but the school system just went through a lawsuit about this. We have very specific guidelines. Now, I can call and ask for an exception, but it's not going to do you any good. Believe me, that's what happened the last time.
Right. So we get a search warrant.
Sir, try sleeping with a vaporizer. My husband swears by that. We should have a warrant by tomorrow noon. And we're having flyers made up with that picture you gave us of Kevin. Uniformed officer is going to hand that out. Plus, we also put his name and description in the national computer file. Thanks.
I walked all over the neighborhood yesterday. I walked for blocks.
I know it's a hopeless feeling, man.
Why would he go and do something like this to me? You know I missed 2 days out of work already? And I talked to my supervisor, and she tells me that I might not have a job to come back to.
Mrs. Taggart, do you buy this for your son?
Doesn't belong to Kevin. He doesn't have anything like that.
Well, I found it stashed way under his bed. Where do you think he got the money to pay for it?
So what are you trying to say? He stole it? My son doesn't steal.
Nobody says he did, ma'am. Would you excuse us? We have to go apply for that warrant, and the clerk's office closes 5 o'clock. Come on, Christine. We'll be in touch.
You heard her. She's more worried about her job.
She's not thinking straight. Her kid's been missing 23 hours.
Maybe he wouldn't have if she'd taken better care of him.
Easy to say.
On Mary Beth, we know she hit him at least once. She leaves him alone for hours every day. If I tell you, if he didn't boost that radio, I'll eat it.
So what are you saying? He ran away? If that's true, then how come he didn't take his brand new radio? Now, I was a latchkey kid myself before they called it that. After my father took off, my mother had to go to work. I was by myself every day after school from I was 8. But I didn't turn into a thief, and I didn't run away from home.
This is completely different, Mary Beth.
Why? Because I'm white.
No, and you know I didn't mean that. Look, why don't we just drop it, okay? I want to give you something here. It's the name and telephone number of a doctor.
Aw, kids.
The one I told you about. Mary Beth, he's a cancer specialist, and I think you should see him now. Listen to me. I know you're frightened. I'll go with you if you want me to. Mary Beth, will you talk to me?
Talk?
Yes.
You want to talk about how we'd feel in case maybe I have breast cancer? Okay. In case maybe I have breast cancer, you go first. Thanks for the chat, Christine. It's faster if only one of us goes apply for the warrant, and so I will go downtown and you find out whether or not the flyers are ready.
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. It matters how you feel.
Yeah. Well, thanks anyway, Benny. I just thought I'd check. Listen, when the flyers hit the streets, maybe you can put one up on your newsstand for us. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Next to the girly magazines is good, Benny. You're right. Everybody will notice it there. Yeah. I've got to go. Bye.
You know, I know a guy who once flunked the exam 4 times.
Did he ever make sergeant?
Oh, yeah, on the 5th try. Listen to this. The department notified him of his promotion a year later, 2 days after he died. You beat that?
I bet you Petrie heard that story. Look at him. The sergeant's exam isn't until the 22nd. He's been cramming like this for months.
That's why the smart money's on Petrie.
What are you talking about? He's gonna burn out. You know the first thing he said to me this morning?
No.
What is the number of uniformed officers usually assigned to the presidential motorcade?
You could ask that, you know.
Hey, they can ask anything. It's 100 questions, but it can't be that hard. It's the second part, the videotaping that's going to separate the men from the girls. Right, Cagney?
Yeah, right. Good morning.
The rest of these went out with the morning shift. They're going to distribute them and then canvass a 10-block radius around the school.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Oh, also, they hooked you up a hotline here this morning.
Good. If the warrant is ready, then we can get into Kevin's locker by 11.
Good morning, Mary Beth.
Morning. Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. Yeah, I'm calling to check about a search warrant I applied for yesterday. Case number 182551. Yeah, I'll hold. Now, believe me, Mr. Berwin, I appreciate your problem here, but we're all civil servants, right? We're just working for the city.
My prime concern, madam, are for these children.
Well, we're concerned too, sir, about this one kid. By the way, did you ever try that vaporizer?
No, I didn't have a chance to.
I told you my husband swears by it, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, you're aware you have to sign for whatever contents you remove.
Right.
You know, there's two types of those vaporizers. You got the wet steam and dry steam, you know, for different times of the year. Wet steam is better in the winter. Geez, he's neat for an 8-year-old, huh?
He's rich, too. There's over $200 here.
Mr. Berwin, you know where the kids hang out after school?
Listen, can you guys
Hey, so things been going pretty bad, huh, Mama? You gotta come to this joint to get a date? Hey, you come with me and I'll show you a real good time. I bet you're broad like you could use it.
You're probably right. So, you know this kid? His name's Kevin Taggart.
So what's it worth to you, baby?
You shut your face, you. That's a kid here. He could be hurt.
Hey, he could be dead, so what?
Hey, listen, whoever you are, I'm not real patient, all right? And you're not allowed to help.
What for? You never helped me.
Hey, you know this kid? Maybe you could tell me who he hangs with. You run this place?
Yeah. And what do you want to do? Put me out of business? I don't need cops parading through here.
I don't think we caught your name.
Corelli.
This kid is missing.
Don't know him.
You sure?
I only work here, lady. I'm no social worker.
Yeah. You're a nice, simple, honest guy, right? Suck his money out of kids below the poverty line for a living.
It's called free enterprise, lady, because it's a free country.
And it has laws. And it has city ordinances. And you better be on the right side of every single one of them from now, Mr. Corelli. Or you're in deep trouble.
Our name and phone number's on this sheet. Why don't you stick it somewhere? People can see it.
So that's it. That's all you're gonna do to try to find him.
Believe me, Mrs. Taggart, if we could be doing anything else, we'd be doing it.
But it's been almost 3 days. I guess you don't send cops out there to look for a low-income child.
Ma'am, even if we had the personnel, we don't know where else to look for him. He could be anywheres.
Look, if he was rich and white, I tell you where he'd be home, because you'd move heaven and earth to try to find him.
Hey, lady, I'm getting real tired of your attitude. We're doing everything we can. We got nothing to go on. Nobody knows where your son goes or what he does after school.
So what are you trying to say to me? You think I neglect him?
I just don't understand how you can leave a child.
You are damn right you don't understand. You make a nice salary paid you by the city. You can afford a babysitter or private daycare. I make 80 cents above minimum wage. I take home less than $130 a week. And I got a choice, right? Big choice. I can either pay for daycare or pay my rent.
Mrs. Taggart, there's city agencies
You could charity, welfare. The ADC and food stamps is the same as I make for 40 hours. I didn't want Kevin to grow up on handouts. So I went out and I got myself trained and I got a job so he could see somebody standing on their own 2 feet. And what did it get me? People going around here telling me I'm a bad mother because I don't want to stay home on welfare? Well, you ask yourself, lady, what would you do if you were me?
Nice job.
Perfect end to a perfect day.
So what'd you expect? She's in a hell of a bind trying to do it all by herself.
Oh, come on, everyone's got problems. It's the kid that matters here. Whoa, look out. Hey! You leave her alone! Mary Beth! I didn't know how to fill out some of those questions.
That's all right. Have a seat. Doctor will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Mrs. Lacey?
It's my business.
Damn it, it isn't. What is so hard, Mary Beth? You talk to the doctor, you get it over with.
Yeah? Well, you don't have to go there. You don't have to go there and sit there and look at your future in some little brochures with a special holder about cancer and dying.
No one said dying. Even if it is cancer, no one said you are going to die.
Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky. Harv, maybe they'll just cut me in pieces and pump me full of chemicals.
And you live, and you get better. That is all that is important.
No, I don't want it, Harv. I don't want tubes and machines. I don't want the boys remembering me sick like that. Harvey, you fall apart when I get the flu. What the hell, you're gonna deal with cancer?
I'll deal with it. Calling the doctor. I'm calling Christine, and we're getting you there first thing in the morning.
Harvey?
Mary Beth, no discussion. This isn't just you. We are in this together.
Harvey, I'm scared of dying. Would you hold on to me for a minute and then make the phone call?
It's Becky, 14. No, Mrs. Denang, we haven't heard from your husband.
Petrie, 14 Precinct.
You're taking the airlines in the car.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. I can get that information for you.
Cagney, 14. Yes, Mr. Curley.
Listen, I've been thinking. Trouble with the cops is something I don't need in my kind of business.
I take it your memory got better.
Yeah, right. Look, this guy comes in here when the kids are here sometimes after school, but he ain't no kid. He's maybe 17 or 18. I thought it was kind of funny him hanging around with them.
Have you seen Kevin Taggart with him?
Yeah, but this guy is Willie Smoke. And do me a favor. Don't hassle him on the premises, okay?
Give me a description, Mr. Curley.
Hey, we're gonna get down. We're gonna get down. Hey,
I want to talk to you.
Oh, sure, baby.
She's a cop, Willie.
We got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, we do, Willie. Kevin Taggart, missing kid, 8 years old. You were seen with him.
Kevin who? Hey, I never heard of him.
Wait a minute, I'm not finished with you.
Well, I'm finished with you. What the hell is this?
You're gonna tell me about Kevin Taggart whether you want to or not.
I already told you I don't know no Kevin
Don't
Taggart.
jive me, Willie. You pay him and your other little friends to run dope. That's what happened to Kevin, isn't it? Now he's your mule. You sent him out on a delivery. He never came back again. All right, Willie?
You got nothing on me. I'm not holding. You can check me.
I'll do more than that. You tell me what you know about Kevin Taggart, and I'll make you the poorest pusher in New York.
I already told you, lady. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now tell me, Willie, where did you send Kevin? Tell me! All right, all of you spread out. I want you to move as quickly and as fast as possible. Now, you've all seen pictures. You know what he was wearing. So look for anything, articles of clothing. I mean anything. Okay, you four, go around to the front, room to room, door to door, any place that someone could be hiding or could be hidden. You two go around the back in case they flush somebody out.
Okay, I'll take that. What do we got?
Kevin Taggart was sent to this address. They think it might be a shooting gallery.
3 days. You think he's still there?
This is the last place he was seen. You got a better idea?
All right, I'll take that side.
Okay, there's another door behind that crane there, is Becky?
Yo.
Listen here. Wait, Mary Beth, come here. How you feeling? Now, what Behringer say? They took what they call a needle biopsy. They took some fluid out of the lump, and they'll know something tonight. Are you okay? I mean, you didn't have to come out here.
Yeah, it's sore a little bit, that's all. It's not a big deal. I did it, okay?
Cagney, Lacey, I got something you should look at here. I got thinking. What happens if the kid comes along here?
Taking a shortcut?
It's dark, and he slips.
Let's take a look. Hey, fellas! You want to cut it off for a minute? Thank you! Listen. He's here. He's here.
You must have fallen through these boards.
He's here! Call for emergency services! Kevin! Answer me if you can!
Kevin!
I'm down here 3 days and 3 nights. This cold, he's got hypothermia.
What about this incinerator shaft? If we can hear him, then he must be pretty close to us.
I can't see to the bottom, but it doesn't look blocked. Might work. Might work. Victor, what are you doing? You can't fit in there. Give me that. Give it to me.
That chute could give way with you inside.
Yeah, right.
Right, you have the address. We're gonna need paramedics, emergency services division. We have one individual trapped as a juvenile.
10-4, car 21.
You found him?
Yeah, it's a big hole back of that stuff there. Christine's going down after him.
Go ahead. I'll wait here for emergency services.
Thanks.
How is it down there?
You don't want to know. How's it going?
I don't know. Not terrific.
You must be cold.
Not as cold as that kid down there.
Okay, Joe.
This is the mother of little Kevin Taggart. Mrs. Taggart, could you give us a statement? Tell us how do you feel knowing that your son is trapped down there?
You heard her. Leave her alone.
Viewers would like a statement from you, Mrs. Taggart. Please.
All right, you heard her. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Our viewers at Channel 3 would like to know just exactly how you feel.
No, ma'am. I'm afraid you can't go up there. It's not safe.
Is he all right?
He's alive, and we'll get him out.
Christine! Can you see it? Not yet!
The sound. Okay, come over here. We're going to do the stand-up piece from the corner.
We're still waiting to see what the condition of the boy is. He's been missing for approximately 3 days, and from all reports, apparently he's trapped in some kind of...
I see him! Kevin! Kevin! Kevin, over here! Over here, Kevin! Follow my voice. There! Hi! Hiya, Kevin! How you doing, Kevin?
I'm cold.
I know. Listen, Kevin, I'm gonna need your help to get you out of here. Okay? Can you help me? Huh? Kevin! Very slowly. Start moving towards me. Don't take your eyes off of me. Just start very slowly over here in my direction. All right, very slow. Just stop. All right. Start again. Slow. Kevin, give me your hand. Nice and easy. Very slowly. Put your hand out. Stretch as far as you can. Just try. That's it. Try a little harder. Stretch it out. Try. Try, Kevin. You can do it. Come on. Try harder. To the 14!
To the 14!
Forever! Specky, what is this? Sparkling paint thinner?
That's being generous.
Hey, don't knock it. It's $4.95 a bottle.
I think you overpaid.
I didn't know they made champagne in New Jersey.
My cousin Eddie cornered the market.
Lacey, it's for you. On 3.
Hey, look at this here.
Topping our local news, an 8-year-old boy was rescued from
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Kevin Taggart had been trapped for 3 days in the air shaft at the rubble of a recently demolished building. Today, risking his own life, Detective Chris Cagney of Manhattan's 14th
His life?
managed to crawl into the collapsed basement and bring Kevin out. The boy fortunately suffered only minor injuries. According to a police spokesperson, his reason for being near the condemned
Great.
building was not a
Now everybody thinks I'm Miss Becky.
Worse than that, they think I'm you.
I understand, Doctor. Thank you.
You got the wrong blonde. That's what happened.
Thank you, Doctor.
He sticks his face in the camera and they say,
Francis, I would have got the kid in the first place. I got my hands all dirty. I got my knees skinned. Let me tell you something else.
He didn't do
I didn't
anything.
worry about it. I worried that I'm sure we would have got where it's supposed to be. And I went down straight tracks.
Mary Beth?
I see the surgeon Monday. Dr. Behringer's office made the appointment for me. I got his name here somewhere. Dr. Behringer said the surgeon will tell me what treatments are indicated. Talk like that the whole time.
This guy's the surgeon? Does that mean you have to be operated on?
Have the breast removed. Yeah, he said it couldn't meet now. Yeah. If you touch me now, I'm gonna break apart, okay?
I don't know what else to do
Don't
for
do
you.
anything. I don't want you to
I'll
do
take
anything.
you to the
Tommy,
surgeon.
you missed work already!
Oh,
You missed one day's work already! I'll figure it out! You missed one day's work already! No, I'll figure it out! I'll figure it out! I'll figure it out!
I love you. I want to be there for you.
I don't want to depend on you for everything. I don't want to mess up your life.
Mess up my life. Mary Beth, you are my life.
You do not have the right to block an entrance to the clinic. You everyone, back up.
Abortion is not murder. It's not even a person yet.
Tell that to your belly.
My belly is my business.
An explosion ripped through the West Side Women's Clinic.
Well, we were there yesterday.
I thought that you would see it as an act of heroism, like bombing the gas chambers at Dachau.
Boy, this is some conversation for somebody who once wanted to be a nun.
It's getting a little personal.
That's okay. It is personal.
What are you, so hot to kill babies? What about her?
5 months. Come on, we'll all go up together.
Go ahead and do it, baby killer.
Talking about that biological time clock.
She can't wait forever, Victor. If she wants kids, she'll have to start soon.
I never thought Bon Bon would turn on me like this.
Women, Victor, they can be unpredictable.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she'll change her mind.
Nah, too late.
I've lost her. I can't believe she dropped me for a CPA who wants to tie the knot. I mean, really. What can this guy possibly offer her that I can't?
Marriage, love, commitment.
Okay, but what
I
else?
think the important word here is tact. I'm handling it. We all have to work together. What do you think I'm gonna do, break both his legs? You look like you're revving yourself up for it. Fine. Oh, boy. You hauled my informant in
He
here.
was walking down Fifth Avenue. He had an ounce of coke in his pocket. What do you
Oh,
want me to
don't
do,
give
Sergeant?
me that
Turn
ounce
the
of
other
coke
way?
routine. You brought him in here to get information on O'Farrell. He did not want to talk to you.
But he did.
You messed with my informant. Now, if anything happens to him out on the street, I'm the one who hears about it, not you.
Don't worry about that, Sergeant, because I have already got you covered.
Got me covered, kid. Me covered.
Cagney, come here. I want to talk to you a minute. Yeah. Hey, come here. No, we'll talk over there.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning.
Waiting for you.
What? Oh, yeah, Cagney, you see the lady at the door there? Well, she was outside the station house, scared to come in here.
Why, what's the problem?
Well, she went to a clinic this morning, and demonstrators prevented her from entering.
What, an abortion clinic?
A woman's clinic. It doesn't make any difference whether she wanted an abortion or whether she wanted to go in there to have a wart removed from her baby toe. She shouldn't have to explain it to anybody out in front.
Yes, Lieutenant.
All right, so I want you to take Mrs. Herrera over there, escort her into the clinic, and I want you to get some uniforms over there as backup.
Yes, sir.
No, Lacey, you stay here, finish up the paperwork on the Chandler's case.
With respect to, does this have to do with me being pregnant?
Well, you know, this is not an ordinary situation. I want to keep a lid on this because abortion demonstrations, they can, blow out of control fast. It could be dangerous.
That's right, Mary Beth. With respect again, sir, you said you were going to have uniforms there in case there was any trouble, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking more, Lacey, about your condition, It could provoke these people more.
Or it might help, so you never know. I would like to assist Mrs. Herrera.
All right, but be careful and be tactful, the both of you. You hear? You make those people understand that they have no right to interfere with anybody coming in or going out. Clear?
Thank you, sir. Tactful.
Morning.
Hey, Dad. How's it going?
Well, same old grind. It's good to see you, son. It's been a long time.
It's been a few months.
Yeah, well, like I say. So what are you doing with yourself now, huh? You still waiting on tables over at that spaghetti joint?
It's one of the best Italian restaurants in New York, Dad.
That's good. Save some money. Put yourself back into school.
Well, plans are a little on hold right now, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Dad. I got married.
Congratulations.
I just wanted you to know.
Well, that's very good. Thanks. Glad you wanted me to know. I would have been just as happy to hear about it before it happened.
I knew you'd be angry. Look, let's just get the whole thing out in the open,
Yeah,
okay?
let's do that.
First of all, she's not Jewish.
Okay.
I met her at the restaurant. She was the cashier. She needed to support herself after her divorce.
Oh, well, I like this. I'm punch drunk already, kid. What, you got some more news for me?
Uh-huh. She's 6 years older than I am.
Okay. Dana, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Hey, what the hell? I'm on the ropes already. Come on, keep it coming. It's got to be something else, huh? I know what. You got her in trouble, too, right?
Oh, what's the use? You're always going to think the worst.
Hey, wait a second. What do you expect of me?
That's why you weren't at the wedding.
Devil worshiper. All right, you want to back up here? All right, let's clear an entrance to the clinic, please. You all have a right to demonstrate. You do not have the right to block an entrance to the clinic. You everyone, back up.
You are a woman. You are carrying your own child. How can you help murder unborn babies?
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm an officer of the law, and this lady's going inside.
No, stop and think about what you are doing before it is too late.
Move away, lady. You heard
Police!
me.
Do not There are other options, dear. We can offer you adoption agencies. Officer. My name is Arlene Cranshaw, and yours is?
Sergeant Cagney for the 14th.
Cagney. Did they send you because they thought women police would be less inflammatory?
I'm just doing my job, lady.
Sergeant, human beings are being murdered in there every day.
I'm not here to debate.
When you let that woman through, you enter the discussion.
I'm doing my job.
Your job is to protect the innocent. And what could be more innocent than a baby who is being murdered in that building?
That is your opinion and that's your business, but you have no right to bully people on the street.
Look, Sergeant, if you were in Nazi Germany and you saw lives being taken by the thousands, wouldn't you do everything in your power to stop that?
I want you 8 feet from the door of this clinic. All right, now let's go. There you go.
We are doing something about it, Sergeant! Sergeant! We refuse to look the other way.
8 feet.
They're so worried about the unborn. What about the babies that are already here? Do you think those people were picketing City Hall when daycare funding was cut?
I understand how you feel, Doctor.
Hey, I don't need your empathy. I need your protection. It's hard enough for a woman to face an abortion. She shouldn't have to walk through that harm. So it's like living in a war zone, and it has gotten to me. What month are you in?
5th.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You got a ring on your finger. You got a good paying job. A lot of the women that come in here aren't so lucky.
Yes.
Would you mind dropping me off at 121st Street? I don't want to have to explain anything to my husband.
Doesn't he know you went to the clinic today?
He doesn't even know I'm pregnant. He's on disability. You know, men, when they're not working.
Miss Herrera, wouldn't it be easier if you two came to this decision together? Is that 121st one way?
No, just drop me off at the corner. They can't make me have this baby. I see my friends, my age. They have babies. They can't work, they can't go to school. The only thing they can do is watch TV all day.
Will your husband be able to go back to work?
Who knows when? I don't want to be on welfare. I want to finish business school. I'm studying to be a court stenographer.
Oh, now there's a good job. Good pay. Maybe we'll see you in court sometime. Mrs. Herrera, if you need assistance going back to the clinic, you call us, okay?
Going to the clinic today for the examination was against everything I was brought up to believe. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Miss Herrera, you need to talk to somebody. Talk to your husband. Let's go. Talk to a friend. But don't let those people yelling at you make you afraid, all right? Take it easy. What I thought it would be when I signed on. Protecting people who don't have anybody. This is one of the days I feel very good about the job. Something the matter? What are we running here? A taxi service? Going out tonight, Chris?
Stores are open late.
New dress. New shoes.
Whatever I find. I don't know.
Chris, the woman is entitled to make up her own mind about her own body.
Mary Beth, please don't lecture me. I live what you're talking about.
Pardon?
I was raised Catholic. This is a hard one for me.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you do?
Women like Mrs. Herrera are wrong. They don't have a right to make their own decisions.
I didn't say that. But there are other choices besides abortion.
No one should tell Mrs. Herrera to have a child she doesn't want.
You're right. Mary Beth, I am pro-choice. You know I've never led my life any other way. But that doesn't mean I'm also pro-life.
So you're on everybody's side? You have to take a stand on this one, Christine. Otherwise, you're walking the fence.
Okay, I'm walking the fence.
How would you feel if you were raped and you got pregnant?
Oh, I don't know. It'd depend on the guy.
Oh.
Well, please. That is the most stupid thing you've ever asked me.
Okay. Let's forget about rape victims and teenage girls and women carrying around severely damaged children.
I do not forget anyone.
What if it was you, Christine? A 38-year-old woman having to conspire with her doctor to commit a crime. That's humiliating. What if they change the law back and you don't have a choice anymore?
Let's stop. I'd hate it, all right? I'm just trying to tell you my feelings. I don't know when it's murder.
Abortion is not murder. It's not even a person yet.
Well, tell that to your belly.
My belly is my business. Same as Mrs. Herrera's belly is her business.
I don't want to argue anymore, okay, Mary Beth? For the record, no one should take away anyone's right to make their own choices about anything. But this one feels wrong. Let's stop.
All right, abortion is wrong, but birth control isn't. You do use birth control, Christine.
Nobody's perfect.
And flex. Good. Okay, back down to the side. Easy, easy. All the way down. Hold it. Good. Back up slowly.
Listen to this, Mary Beth.
Stretch it out. Point your toes.
This guy Laboya recommends putting babies in warm water immediately after birth because, I quote, the fluid suspension most closely approximates the watery walls of the womb.
You're not giving birth to a mermaid, Harv.
This other doctor goes even further. He delivers babies underwater in a tank of dolphins.
Not bad, Harvey. You take the boys to the aquarium and kill two birds with one stone.
I think you can at least keep an open mind, Mary, but I mean, these doctors have done lots of research.
Me too. This is my third baby. Can any of them top that?
I wish it was tomorrow.
Me too.
I wish I could have seen the boys born.
Me too. At least with Michael, I was awake. But that one doctor, remember? He told me when I went to bear down, stop. He said he'd do all the work. This time, no shots, no spinal, no nothing. Not gonna miss a minute of this.
Around 5 this morning, an explosion ripped through the West Side Women's Clinic. Experts
Yeah,
from the
well,
bomb
we can
squad
forget
say
about the
that they have
dolphins.
evidence
You and me,
of an
kid, that's all we need here.
It appears that a vagrant, seeking out the warmth of a subway grate, settled down for a night's sleep
Oh,
only
we were
yards
there
from the
yesterday.
building. Firemen found the man unconscious, severely burned. He is now in the critical care unit at Mount Sinai. Morning news break will continue after this.
I used to see that old bum out there. Once we left some blankets for him. How is he?
He's very badly burned. They don't know if he's gonna live.
Right to life, huh?
There's been nothing to establish a connection.
You looking for something in particular, Doctor?
Yeah, I want to make sure all my files are destroyed. Sometimes when this has happened at other clinics, they come back, look for records so they can harass the patients.
Yesterday you said you had reported previous threats. Could you give us some specifics, sir?
Look, I appreciate your support, but I hope you don't mind my sarcasm. But don't you think it's a little bit late?
I know you're angry, Doctor.
Angry? You just look through some of these records. We had 12-year-olds, children, who came here pregnant. Now, what brand of compassion forces a child, hell, anyone, to go through an unwanted pregnancy?
Well, apparently there are people who disagree with you.
Yeah, well, that's hard to see when you stand into my shoes. It wasn't that long ago I'd see women who had literally mutilated themselves. They were that desperate.
You're under no obligation to speak to the police. I advise you to order them off the premises.
Then they'll think I have something to hide.
Now, please believe me when I tell you that bombings are not condoned by any legitimate pro-life organization. Extremists who resort to violence only set our cause back. We condemn any violent incident in support of our cause.
Oh, really? I thought that you would see it as an act of heroism, like bombing the gas chambers at Dachau.
Mrs. Crenshaw, your group was demonstrating in front of that clinic. What we want is a list of the people that were there, as well as a copy of your general membership roster.
Absolutely not. Not without a warrant, which I doubt you have.
Well, that's just a matter of time. If we have to get one, we will.
Unless you can show a specific connection, I doubt any judge will grant you access to general membership files. Arlene, I recommend that you refuse.
I'm sorry, I'd like to help, but not at the risk of having anyone in my organization harassed.
Harassed? You mean like screaming and taunting people?
Look, when you feel passionately about a moral issue, you don't always behave reasonably.
So you are not responsible if what you do incites others, is that correct?
No more than the civil rights marches. No more than the Vietnam protests. This is legitimate protest.
Not if it leads to bombing. Not if it leads to violence, no. You don't like the laws in this country, you vote to change them. We'll keep in touch.
Number 23. You look good, Thelma. Did something different with your hair.
I'm letting it grow.
It's attractive.
Still working crazy hours?
Well, I finally got some extra men in.
Good.
So how come I still can't get out of the office before 1 o'clock in the morning, huh? So our boy went ahead and got himself married, huh?
Yes.
Were you graced with an invitation?
Yes, I was.
You were. Well, I tell you, if you wanted to take a slap at me, it was sure a pretty good shot.
Bert, he didn't want to hurt you. It was his day. He just didn't want you angry.
Well, what do you think? I wasn't going to be happy for him? So I married a girl that wasn't Jewish. What do you think I was going to do, huh?
She's Asian. Vietnamese.
She nice?
I think she'll be good for him.
You meet the family? Is there a mother? Is there a father? What do they do, come over on a boat?
They came over the same way your parents and my parents came over.
Oh, I didn't know it was a white.
Mr. Sawyers, we're required to coordinate with your office. We'd appreciate if you could tell us what the forensic report shows on the bombing, sir.
I have to apologize. I haven't pushed on that. I will.
Look, I got a full desk, too, all right? We'd also like access to your file of pro-life advocates arrested for violent demonstrations. Could we have that?
I'm sorry, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms doesn't keep that kind of file.
Since when?
Don't know if we ever did.
Well, I bet if it was a list of Vietnam War protesters, you'd have a file.
Obviously, Detective, you've mistaken me for someone who makes policy, rather than someone who simply works here. Not to change the subject, but that's a very attractive sweater you're wearing.
Oh.
Really, really very pretty.
Well, thank you.
Color highlights your hair.
So what you're saying is we're supposed to sit back and hope that the poor old vagrant doesn't die so that he can point out who planted the bomb. Is that correct?
I realize I may not be inspiring a lot of confidence here, but you're going to have to trust me. We've caught a number of these bombers in other states. We're going to find this one, too.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. We appreciate your help.
Okay. I say we file for a warrant on Arlene Crenshaw and her group. Judge what's-his-name owes us one, right? Engelbach? Right?
Yeah, fine. Listen, what do you think of Sawyers? Mary Beth, I do have a personal life, which at the moment is severely in the dumper.
Your choice of men never ceases to amaze me.
Sawyers doesn't make the decision about what files are kept or are not kept.
The man is a typical bureaucrat. He doesn't care one way or the other.
Maybe he's just trying to do his job, Mary Beth. You know, maybe he just doesn't let his personal feelings get in the way of how he goes about doing it.
Maybe so, Christine. Personal feelings do get in the way. You're right. Nice sweater.
Benny Radikowski.
Spell it.
I don't know how. See, I dropped out of school in the 5th grade.
Ratacowski.
You colored him a few times.
3.
Maybe this time it'll stick.
There's a woman who's been waiting to see you over here.
Hi. I know you're busy. I know you have a lot of important things to do.
Mrs. Herrera, you doing okay?
I told my husband I was pregnant. First he cried, and then... I don't know. I need to talk to someone.
We could get you in touch with a family counselor.
I need to talk to someone now. Please.
Let's go see if one of the interview rooms is free.
All right, get this guy out of here.
They talked to her, tried to get it.
All right. Petrie, I got some messages for you here.
Thank you.
How's Lauren?
It's better.
Yeah, measles can be tough on a kid. And of course, chicken pox is no barrel of monkeys. Well, you get the mumps. That's the one you got to be careful about. It separates the men from the boys. Hey, Petrie, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How's Claudia?
She doesn't have the measles.
No, I mean, is everything, okay between the two of you?
Coleman, is there any place you won't stick your nose?
Hey, you got a right to be mad at me. I opened up my big mouth. I made a joke about your wife. I was out of line. I apologize.
It's history. Forget it.
There's something else you got to know. This Becky never said anything to me you shouldn't have. I'm the one who deserves a flack here. I was just pulling your leg. How's I supposed to know it was going to come off in my hand?
Look, I know you didn't mean it. I'm working it through. It just takes time.
Time, yeah. Well, we got a lot of that, right?
All right.
Marcus.
First, you got the Manhattan Yellow Pages? She talked, I listened. She asked me to make an appointment for her at another clinic. Don't worry. I'll make it for after work.
Oi.
I'll take care of it.
Great.
First you call me a cab driver, now you're gonna tell me I'm a social worker, right?
I don't want to argue with you, Mary Beth.
The woman should not have to go through this alone.
14th Squad, Sergeant Cagney. The old vagrant who was hurt in the explosion just died.
The lieutenant wanted to know if you'd finished that report on the Chambliss case.
Yeah, sure.
Did you sign us up for Lamar's class?
It's every other Tuesday night, Hawk.
Well, forget bowling night. We got a date with this little fellow.
Remember the old apartment on 68th Street?
Yeah.
We'd lay in the same bed and talk about what it'd be like to start a family, remember?
Yeah. I figured I'd never sleep late on Sunday morning again. What are you laughing at? I was right.
I'm the luckiest lady alive. I got my health back. I got you and the boys. I got new life in me. And this poor girl today, all she has is sadness and confusion. And everybody thinking they have the right to tell her what to do. Nobody to talk to. They'd have come to some stranger in a station house.
That's what birth control's for. People shouldn't have kids if they can't take care of them.
Oh, Harv, who knows what she was dreaming would happen? I mean, it's easy to judge when it's somebody else you're talking about. It's different when it's you that's pregnant. You got nowhere to turn.
It's a long time ago, Mary Beth. It's over.
was 19 years old, Harvey. I thought he was the man of my dreams. And for him, it was a little experiment and time to move on.
He's a bum, Mary Beth. Any guy that would not stand by you, make you go through that by yourself.
I couldn't tell anybody, not even my mother.
You did what you had to do.
Well, I wasn't going to bring a kid into this world without a father. That's too hard, never knowing your father.
I know, babe.
I snuck around like a criminal, got some guy's name. Somebody said he'd been a medic in the Army.
It's okay.
And one Sunday afternoon, I went to where he lived in the Bronx, this little room over a grocery. In the corner was a table, and he pointed to it. He said, lie down, like I was a dog. No better than a dog, Harv.
Okay, Mary Beth, you said it.
And you know, I almost let him do it to me. I stood there, and I thought about it. There's people that want us to go back to that, Harv.
It'll never be that way again.
It'll be exactly like that. The only reason I could walk away was because the money I'd saved for second semester. I made a choice right there. Take that money, go to Puerto Rico, have it done. My college money. How many women you think he butchered on that table, Harv, huh?
He was a kid, 11, 12 years old, the only one on the whole subway car to offer me his seat.
Well, somebody must be doing something right back home, huh?
Yeah, it kind of made my day.
Looks like you're on a roll.
Mrs. Crenshaw, what can we do for you?
That poor old man who died. My organization, no organization involved in the pro-life movement had anything to do with this bombing. I want my people exonerated.
Is your membership roster?
I trust that when you speak with these people, you will treat them with respect, and that when they have all been cleared, you will issue an apology. These people don't take life, they cherish it.
Yes, ma'am. We're looking for someone who might have participated in violent demonstrations, someone with a knowledge of explosives.
Could have sent this over into departmental mail. You didn't need to make a trip.
Oh, it really wasn't out of our way.
Must be the worst morning I've had in about 2 weeks.
Well, sorry to add to your workload.
What's one more emergency? I'll give it a priority.
I guess we're all overworked, actually. I don't know about you, but for me, there's barely enough time for a social life.
Tell me about it. It's my wife's birthday. I haven't even had a chance to get her a present.
Oh, really?
You know that sweater you were wearing the other day, that gold one? Where'd you get that?
Bloomies. How soon can we pick that up?
Yeah, the computer's free. Just take a few minutes.
Great. Well, that was for nothing. Any suggestions? Hit the streets, go down the list one by one. Good. The old-fashioned method. Maybe check with the forensics lab, see if they can tell us anything about the bomb. Good plan, Christine. Mm-hmm. Just tell me this one thing. Was I obvious? Hmm? Do I have to go through the rest of the day feeling like an idiot? I wouldn't worry about it. Sure you wouldn't worry. You're not the one who just made an idiot out of herself. Oh.
Simon and Garfunkel. Moody Blues. Tina when she was with Ike.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, this particular bomb had its heyday in the late 60s, early 70s, and I associate bombs with the music of the time.
So we're talking about radicals, late 60s, early 70s?
Usually just kids trying to blow up a draft induction center. But this is a homemade device, easily constructed, I mean, especially if you read the how-to book. Had diagrams and everything.
I remember that. That was even big at Barnard.
Yeah, did you see the sequel?
Which one?
How to Build a Nuclear Bomb? Oh, that's what wowed me. I mean, just after the time of Molotov cocktails and Cole Porter, but it's before Plastique and Disco. It's, you know, hard to believe that those were the good old days.
You look tired, Christine. Why don't you take a break?
I don't know. Let's just see Charlie tonight.
Well, go ahead. I can finish up these.
Nah, you don't have to.
No, Harvey took the boys to watch him bowl tonight. Plus, you've been covering for me the last couple months.
You sure?
Yes, we are sure.
Thanks.
No problem.
And, sorry about what I said about your belly the other day. It's getting a little personal.
That's okay. It is personal.
It's tough stuff.
Yeah. Take it slow.
What are you doing here so late, Lacey?
Oh, just catching up on some paperwork, sir.
Why don't you take a load out? Come on to my office. I'll throw some pizza in the microwave.
Oh, no, thank you, sir. I'm fine.
Well, you gotta keep your strength up.
Well, I'll be done here soon.
How about a cup of tea?
You want to talk to me or something, Lieutenant?
If you got a couple of minutes.
Yes, sir.
Want to bring a cup? Matter of fact, I've got some very interesting tea. You know, it's very delicious. So, any leads on the bombing?
Oh, we've started interviewing the pro-life people, sir. We're down to the G's.
Are they being cooperative?
Yeah, they're okay. It's hard to believe they're the same people screaming on a picket line.
Yeah, well, you know, people are different when they're alone.
You want me to close the door, sir?
No, that's okay. Just sit down, make yourself comfortable.
Yes, sir.
This will just take a few seconds to warm up. Remember when I first got this thing? I finally learned how to use it. Well, now, I got some chamomile tea and some raspberry mint. You know, LaGuardia left me this when he retired.
Yes, sir. A chamomile, please.
Yeah, you like this too? Yeah, I prefer it. These stir sticks. And I think this should be warm enough right now, yeah?
Magic.
Yeah. Goes by fast, huh? Time?
Yes, sir. Too fast.
Yeah. You know, when Davy was born, first time I saw him, that's something I'm never gonna forget.
Well, I don't think there's anything compares to that, sir.
Kind of like time stands still, you know? It was bar mitzvah, I got married, and then we had a kid, and everything else seems to be a blur. I liked it when Davy was a baby.
Yeah, they can't talk back to you then.
No, that's not it, though. It's like Petrie, you know? You ever listen to him?
What do you mean about Lauren?
Yeah, she's going to be president. She's going to grow up to be a brain surgeon. His daughter. But that's it, you know? His daughter. She's going to grow up to be anything. Anything. What do you dream for your kids, Lacey?
Well, sir, Well, sir, I always think maybe Harv Jr. will become a professor. He's smart, you know. English or history. And he'd be safe someplace on a New England campus.
And Michael?
Oh, Michael is like his father. He's good with his hands. So someday maybe he and Harv Sr. will have their own contracting firm. You know, Lacey and Son. And Harvard show him the ropes, and then Michael take over, maybe. He'd be a good boss, Michael. Have people working for him.
That's nice, Lacey.
And the world is changing so fast, I don't know what to dream for this one here.
I always thought my kid was going to grow up to be a lawyer. Guess that's something that's not fair. It's selfish of me, because it's something that I never got to be.
You wanted to be a lawyer, sir?
Yeah, when I went to college, that's what I had in my mind, to be a lawyer. But, you know, we got married, and then baby came, and so I went after a civil service job, walking a beat.
And you didn't ever get to go back?
Well, I juggled classes for a while, but it was hard. Well, don't get me wrong, I'm not sorry that we had Davy. No, no, sir. Just, it was hard, you know. It was tough to keep up the studies and make a living for us at the same time. The day that I quit, I promised myself that I would come back. You know? But it never happened. Now, my kid's got every opportunity to make something for himself. He chooses instead to wait on tables at a spaghetti joint.
That's funny. Parents spend their whole life hoping the kids will become independent. Then they become independent, and the joke is on the parents.
Yeah, that's funny.
Look water, sir. What do you say?
Well, I tell you, I think you ought to talk to Samuels and see if you can get yourself taken off this case.
It's my job, Pop.
Big boys downtown, there's still a lot of Irish at the top, you know. You know the way they feel, same as me. It is a mortal sin.
I'm investigating a bombing.
This whole thing makes me sick anyway. I mean, when abortionist used to be a dirty word. Just because the times have changed doesn't change anything, you know. It is still a mortal sin.
You so sure of that?
Chrissy, that is the way I was taught, it's the way you were taught, and it's the way I believe. People a lot smarter than me spend a lot of time figuring this thing out.
Yeah, what if I was pregnant and I didn't want to marry the guy? Or he was married and I couldn't, and I didn't want to raise the baby by myself?
Wait, figure something out. I mean, you know, adoption, your brother, something.
What if I didn't want to?
Hey, what are you asking me with these questions for? I mean, it's not a man's problem, you know. Shh. That's not what I meant. What I meant was... Boy, this is some conversation from somebody who once wanted to be a nun. But it's not going to happen, isn't it? So please, it's your shot.
You ought to do something about that cough.
Good idea. Hey, Feeney, 2 more.
I wanted to see you, Davy.
What about? Let me introduce you. Mi Ling? This is my father.
It's very nice to meet you.
Likewise. Sure.
Weren't you coming?
Oh, no, I was just coming by to give you a present. It's a wedding present. I wrapped it myself. Those are your Bubba's candlesticks. She used to use them for the Sabbath candles.
I remember.
Davy's grandmother was alive. She would say to you that they should bring this new home much happiness. And I wish you to use them in good health.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dad, why don't you come in?
Oh, no, I was,
Come on, stay with us for supper.
Well, if it's not going to put you out.
Please stay. It's only corned beef and cabbage, but we would love to have you.
Corned beef and cabbage? Are you kidding? You know, I had a partner once used to live on corned beef and cabbage.
Morning.
Morning.
You the landlord?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
We're looking for Emily Lazarus.
She moved over 2 years ago.
Yeah, we know that. We went to excuse me, could you turn that down just while we talk? Thank you. Yeah, she moved over to 84th Street, but she doesn't live there anymore. We thought maybe you'd kept in touch.
Would she do something wrong?
We just want to talk to her.
No offense, right? But what's in it for me?
Well, you got a choice. You could stay here and watch your putty dry, or you could go downtown with us. Miss the whole event.
Let me tell you something. That woman's a serious wacko. Always has been. Always into causes, demonstrations, getting into trouble ever since college.
You've known her a long time.
Yeah, we used to live together, you know? Back in the hippy-dippy days, you know?
Yes, sir.
Emily moved in with me right after I bought this place. I got her for a song, but the maintenance is a killer. And then one day she says, I don't want to live in sin. I want a clean slate. So one morning she says, I'm going to change my name to Lazarus. You know, rising from the dead. All that Bible stuff.
She changed her name?
She used to be Emily Johnson back in the movement. We were going to change the world. Now I'm worried, can I change the washer and a tap?
Yes, sir. So you ever hear from her?
Harvey's conspiracy theories are getting to you, see? It's not like this woman exactly is one of the Chicago 7. Why would they waste a file?
Ah, Christine. This one I call. Emily Johnson was involved in anti-government demonstrations. There will be a government file on her.
Central to Detective Car 418K.
Yes, Central. This is Car 418K.
The following information has been relayed by BATF. Suspect Emily Johnson, alias Emily Lazarus, is known to this department under B number 583642. She has a history of being involved in prior activities, 6 arrests, no convictions on record, 10-4.
Car 418, 10-4. Don't gloat. I hate it when you gloat. We understand you were demonstrating in front of the clinic the day it was bombed.
Look, I don't think I have to answer any questions unless my lawyer is present.
That's fine. You're welcome to come down to the station house with us if you like.
If that's the way it has to be. Funny you're coming to arrest me.
Well, it's not an arrest, Miss Lazarus. We want to talk to you.
I don't suppose you're hauling in that doctor to talk to him, are you?
Emily, we're not here to debate an issue with you. Why don't we just get going? You can call your lawyer from the precinct, all right?
I think I'll call him now. He can meet us down there.
Don't hold it right there!
I have a bomb. Don't move.
Take it easy.
I have a bomb.
Just put that down.
This is a mistake. You're
Put it
making
down,
a
Emily.
mistake. Get out. Put it down.
Lacey, get out of here.
I'm not kidding. I'm gonna do it.
Emily, think you don't want to hurt anybody.
Shut up. I'm gonna do this.
Lacey, I said get out of here.
Stop!
That's it. Hold on, Lacey.
Stay in here.
Shut your mouth. What are you, so hot to kill babies? What about hers?
Huh?
Shut up. What about hers?
Look at here. 5 months. Want to kill us? 5 months here, huh? Come on, we'll all go up together. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead and do it, baby killer. Go ahead, do it!
Give me a break here, will you?
Okay.
Stay right this way.
Attention, please. This is a police cordon area. Please keep this area clear. Help us out, please. Step back.
When are you taking Mrs. Herrera to the clinic?
Tonight. Her appointment is at 6.
Come off the curb, please. Please move back.
You better get going.
We have an arrest report to file.
It's okay, I'll do it.
You sure?
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Terrific. Now you follow my orders. It's a subpoena for the prosecution. They're bringing Sarah Jones to trial for murder.
She killed a man.
And all the rapes with that ammo stopped.
A vigilante is a vigilante, whether you're in the Klan or on the force.
Oh, get off it. She's the department's scapegoat. They're only trying her because she's a cop.
You figured it wrong, that's all. As Sarah Jones is concerned, you weren't even there.
What if that slime had done that to you?
He was guilty, Lieutenant. Everybody knew it.
Well, that still didn't give her the right to execute him.
Murder, too, is what they're going to pin on me. Chris, that's not fair.
You are not responsible for Sarah Jones.
Yeah, and this time, Esposito, no banana chips and no dried papaya. Even an orangutan couldn't digest that stuff.
It's about nutrition, but suit yourself, it's your colon. Tonight for you, it's gonna be cheeseroos and jelly beans.
And how about some bagel chips? Incidentally, since you're already skimming 5% off every pot, how about a new deck of cards?
Oh, get out of town. 5% hardly covers my overhead.
Right. For a change of pace, how about a deck without nudes? It makes it very hard to concentrate.
What, am I partnered with a Philistine, Al?
You know what I'm partnered with, man.
Those nudes are reproductions of world-famous art.
His cleanest face happens to be in the Vice mug book.
It's a bizarre coincidence. Oh, hey, Marcus, are you in tonight or what?
No, I'm going to be sad at Lauren's nursery school.
Oh, how nice. I always play one of the wise guys.
Wise men.
It depends on your neighborhood. Oh, hey, Mary Beth. Tonight is the Yuletide poker tourney upstairs at Casa Manny's, and I was wondering if you and Cagney want to join us.
I'll ask her, Esposito, but I have to pick up books for a course I'm taking.
You're trying to get a jump on the sergeant's desk, Lacey?
No, Sergeant Coleman. Shakespeare. It's a literature course at Queen's College.
Zu sein or nicht zu sein, das ist die Frage. Hamlet. I had the lead in the Yiddish production when I was in high school. I was a smash.
Lacey, you and Cagney are up. Now, where is she? I want to talk to her.
Good morning, sir. The traffic is murder, sir. All the Christmas shoppers and all. Should be along any minute now, sir.
What do you think? I live on top of this place. How come I can be here on time?
Well, practice makes perfect, they say, sir.
Can the wisecracks, will you, Lacey? There's a late-night grocery over on 8th Avenue got hit last night. And the setup guy impersonates a detective. Here's a statement of the uniforms took. You tell Cagney I want to see her as soon as she comes in.
Certainly, sir. Perfect timing, Christine. We have a 10:20 over on 8th, and the lieutenant wants to see you in his office right away.
It's a subpoena for the prosecution. They're bringing Sarah Jones to trial for murder.
Yeah, I know. Noman called.
What in the hell happened? The last I heard, the DA was going to plead her out on psychiatric grounds.
Well, now the brass is afraid to plea bargain, Jones. It could look like a cover-up.
There's nothing to cover up. She killed a rapist in self-defense.
A suspected rapist. Brown was never convicted. He wasn't even charged.
He was guilty, Lieutenant. Everybody knew it.
Still didn't give her the right to execute him.
He broke into her apartment, came through the window while she was in bed.
You swear to that in court? I couldn't. On the other hand, we do know that she set him up. Look, Cagney, no matter how you and I feel about this, this is the DA's decision.
She was working with me, Lieutenant. It was my case. I want to talk to the DA.
No, Melman does not want you to do that. But with this Glen Pack scandal going on right now, the department hasn't looked too good in the press. People starting to think that we think we're above the law.
Oh, I see. Because some cops were dirty and were never charged. Well, we're just going to throw a show trial starring Sarah Jones.
It's not that simple.
I think it is, Lieutenant. I don't care what Nelman says. I'm going to the DA.
Not on my time, you're not. Now, you listen to me, Cagney, you listen good. You got an appointment tomorrow at 2 o'clock with the prosecutor on this case, and I want you to be there. In the meantime, I want you to check the beef that I gave Lacey, and you get on it right now.
It stinks. You want me to go on the stand against Sarah? I'm going to be the most hostile witness they've ever seen.
DA's case doesn't hang on your testimony, Christine.
What case? She's the department's scapegoat. They're only trying her because she's a cop.
I wasn't there, but the way I understand it, she set a trap. She got William Brown to follow her, then she killed him.
heard that? They found the body halfway to the bed. According to Sarah's statement, she left the gun under the pillow until the guy refused to back off. You call that premeditated murder?
Because Sarah Jones says it wasn't?
Sarah set herself up as bait to trap Brown. If she wanted to get away with murder, she could have planted a gun on him. Too bad she didn't. She'd probably still be in uniform today.
Now, there's a thought. This is our market.
Oh, sorry. The first guy, Mr. Simpson, the one with the detective's badge, what did he say to you?
They've got a tip that we're going to be robbed. Let it happen, he says. We got the store covered.
And when did the second perpetrator come in, sir?
It was hours later, about 9:30. I'd almost forgotten, and there he was. Young white guy with purple hair and a big gun.
What kind of hair?
Right, purple. I gave $700 to a guy with purple hair, watched him leave, then waited like a fool for some phony cop to bring me my money back.
Well, sir, don't feel embarrassed. Professional crooks run scams like this on people all the time.
I'm not even sure that gun was real, but I got a real baseball bat behind that counter.
No, Mr. Simpson, you did the right thing. You never want to resist a man with a gun.
That's easy to say. Bottom line is, right now, some freak with purple hair is out there partying down with my money.
Oh, baby. That new shower head, that is something else. Those little pulsating jets, it's really wonderful.
Harv, look. The notes in the margins, they're all in French.
French. That's terrific. You spend $60 for used school books and you can't even read the graffiti in them.
Oh, I think it's romantic, Harvey. You know, some French student that loves Shakespeare used this book, and now I'm going to use it.
Probably says, I wonder what this guy is writing about.
Oh.
Okay, what do you think, Harvey? A dress or a skirt and sweater? Unless I would look too much like a college girl.
Come on, you're not going undercover, babe.
1,000 years since I was in a classroom.
Believe me, nobody'll know.
Harvey, maybe this is not the right time to start back.
What?
Commuting home takes longer. Alice sees me less.
Oh, come on, baby. It's one night a week. You won't be doing this the rest of your life.
It's still okay with you?
Sure, I like college girls.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Sure, I'm sure. Hey, I know how much you want to learn something new. Who knows, maybe some of it'll rub off.
Yeah. Well, I'll do my part.
Well, that's splendid. Now I'm going to have one of my detectives over here show you the booking area. Okay, Zach? Sir. You please show our guests in the booking area. Show them around the whole
So
place.
how'd you do last night, Sergeant?
I'm wearing everything I didn't lose.
Yeah, who was the big winner?
Don't ask.
Oh, come on, don't be a crybaby. I told you I had French enough money to get you to pay.
Make sure you
that.
charge him the same rate I'm paying.
How'd we do?
About as well as you did last night.
Yeah, well, he deals seconds or he palms them. Or he marks the deck. I don't know what he does yet, but he cheats.
Christine. He is an officer of the law.
Yeah.
Basil ran the list of police impersonators against the list of grocery robbers.
Anything?
Nothing that would connect them. What about Kesselman over in Bronx Bunko?
Now, you see, two great deductive minds thinking as one. I already called him.
Good.
Are you on two, Cagney? Thanks. Cagney.
The phony detective and his partner hit another grocery last night on 7th Avenue.
The night shift handle it?
No, the guy's wife didn't call in until this morning. Guy was apparently too embarrassed that he got caught in a scam.
We'll get right on it, sir.
No rush.
Tell Sarah
Don't open
I'll
up
try
till
and-
noon.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
And don't you forget, you got an appointment downtown.
2 o'clock, the prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
I made a note in my memo book in red ink, Lieutenant. So where are we going?
7th Avenue near 30th, but not till noon.
Oh, good. There was Sarah Jones' attorney. He's over at her place, wanted to come by for a minute, and now we have time.
You say why?
Yeah, talk about my testimony. I may have to appear for the prosecution, but I'm damn well going to testify on behalf of the defense. Ready?
You were on pregnancy leave when I was working with Chris. Did you have a boy or a girl?
A girl. Alice Christine.
Try to handle it on you.
That's so sweet, naming her after your partner. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Goodbye. I'm sorry for the interruption.
It's all right.
Okay. So do you understand why Sarah's not pleading self-defense?
I'm not sure.
The DA will try to prove that I deliberately lured Brown to that apartment to kill him in cold blood.
Yeah, they're going hard for second-degree murder. And because Sarah was on suspension at the time of the killing, they stand a good chance of getting it.
So you're hoping for manslaughter?
Oh, no. I'm going for an acquittal based on the extreme emotional stress Sarah was under at the time.
That's called an affirmative defense.
Yeah, but don't you have to prove a direct connection between Sarah and Brown?
Or an extreme emotional stress or a trauma between the two that could trigger the killing.
Will Sarah's history as a rape victim be enough?
That, and the fact that William Brown was the man who raped me.
Didn't you say she told you Brown was not the one?
That's right.
Why didn't you say that back then?
The union hired that lawyer to defend her. I'm not going to make her look like a liar in front of him.
Well, she's changing her story at a convenient time, Christine.
It's possible she didn't know what she was saying back then. Like her lawyer said, maybe the stress was tearing her apart.
Excuse me, they call these sidewalks for a reason. Okay?
Thank you.
Taking an awful lot on faith there, Chris.
I said it was possible, Mary Beth.
Hey, maybe she was a victim who went out after the man who raped her. So she says. The woman is charged with murder, too. When a person's looking at that kind of time, they say almost anything. Why didn't she tell you before?
Because she's a smart cop. She knows I'm not going to put her on an assignment where she's emotionally involved.
Well, I'd say she was emotionally involved.
Well, hindsight is 20/20, Mary Beth.
She killed a man.
And all the rapes with that M.O. stopped, didn't they? He was a vicious bastard. Charlie'd call it a public service homicide.
Is that the way you want to look at it?
Sounds fair to me.
If Sarah Jones lied to you before, how do you know she's not lying now?
Sundries.
Beg your pardon?
Irwin says that I should go into sundries. Sundries are safe, he tells me. But no, I gotta stick with fruits and with noodles.
Getting back, Mr. Jacobs, you said that the man who showed you the badge ID'd himself as a detective.
Yeah, and then he tells me that I'm gonna get robbed. So, what else is new? 9 times already I've been hit. I don't know, maybe Irwin is right.
Sir, can you describe this man?
Louis, you cushioneer, you? You're standing in front of my tomatoes. They're my loss leader for today. Will you let the customers see them, please, huh? I don't know, this guy, he kind of reminded me of a detective on TV.
That narrows it down.
Yeah.
And which detective would that be, sir?
Let's see, you know this guy who's always sucking on a lollipop?
Kojak.
Yeah.
So the man was bald?
No. Had a full head of hair. Tall, thin, like a beanpole. But like I said, he was sucking on a lollipop. Joey, you go. I said in the window. Please, you'll wait a minute, huh? I gotta go commit a murder. Joey, you go. I said in the window.
2 hits in 2 days. I can't believe people are falling for a scam this old. What do you think? Vince Forelli, maybe? He's still doing time in Attica. Okay. So we put the word out, all the grocers in the area. Be on the lookout for a hairy, skinny Kojak. Listen, when we're through here, you want to go back and get started on this? Before I see the DA, I want to talk to Sarah's ex-partner. I got to get some stuff clear, all right?
Fine. But I'm not working late, Christine. I got my first class tonight.
That's fine. So we'll have the night shift finish calling the stores.
Want to be there early, get a seat in the front row, kind of like the early bird getting the worm.
Mary Beth, it's all right.
Although after all these years, I'd be happy with a bee. Bumblebee, worm. Joke?
Not even close. Listen, Mr. Jacobs, could we move it along, please?
All right, keep the area clear. Come on, let's go. Keep the area clear.
What else can you tell me about Sarah Jones,
All right,
please?
come on, keep it
2 years ago,
moving.
Sarah took a leave of absence. Now, did you notice that she was different when she came back?
You mean, did she have a sudden interest in certain types of cases?
Did she?
Jumped on every rape call that came over the radio.
Was there a specific type of rape, a specific M.O. that she was interested in?
Yes, it was. The same as the rape that she ended up shooting.
Well, what did you think of that at the time?
Oh, I get it. You think I should have let someone know? You were her boss. Why didn't you notice it?
You didn't answer my question, officer.
I just figured she wanted the collars. Ambitious lady. You know the type.
Maybe she was looking for someone. Sarah claims that the man she shot was the same man who raped her.
She told you that? What if that slime had done that to you, and he was still walking the streets?
You exaggerate. I did not say it like that. Would you like wine?
Is that an offer or a threat? Come on, Chris. That is how you see it. Sarah Jones is innocent.
I didn't say that she was...
A victim of the department's relentless pursuit of a clean image.
She is a victim.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
That's exactly what the DA said. You should have heard him today. He was after blood.
She didn't trust the justice system. She decided to take care of Brown on her own.
Well, life sure is simple from Mount Olympus, isn't it? Maybe you can get us road maps so we can all find our way up there.
Chris, a vigilante is a vigilante, whether you're in the Klan or on the force.
Oh, get off it, David. For an ACLU lawyer, you should sound like a DA.
Now, there is no need to get nasty.
Sarah Jones was a good cop. She's not some survivalist who goes around blowing people away on the IRT. She went through hell and she made a mistake.
And it's not your fault. You have any ginger?
I thought I was making this dinner.
What's wrong with together?
Nothing. Here. It's not fair, David. The DA wants to nail her for murder, and she does not deserve it.
I wish I could be as sure as you are.
Don't put too much in.
I won't.
That's what you always say, but you always do. Sorry.
How about we skip dinner and we go straight for dessert? I mean, I've been away for a long time. And I missed you.
Yeah? How much?
Skip dessert, and I'll show you.
I thought you were hungry.
I am.
Sex.
Right, but more than sex, this play is about love. Shakespeare had quite a bit to say on the subject. So let's begin with line 231 of Helena's speech. The woman in the blue sweater up front, why don't you start?
You mean me? Ma'am?
Yes, and you are?
Mrs. Lacey. Mary Beth Lacey. Mrs.
All right, Mrs. Lacey, why don't you read the first 4 lines?
Out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I mean, I know that we were supposed to read the whole play, but I only got my book last night. And all I had time for during my lunch hour was the first act. But it was very interesting.
Well, you're way ahead of the game. Helena's speech is in the first scene.
Oh.
While you look, how about the gentleman over here on second from the end? Would you please begin?
Starting with things base and vile.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
All right, Mrs. Lacey, go ahead.
Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind.
Very good. Now, what do you think that means?
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Ma'am, Professor,
This is my first class in nearly 20 years.
Take your time, Mrs. Lacey. I just want to know what you think.
What I think? Well, I think Shakespeare was talking about people in love.
And what was he saying about love?
Oh, well, that sometimes when you're in love, you don't see everything. That's why Cupid is blind. Of course, personally, I have never seen a blind Cupid before.
Go on.
On?
Well, is this Cupid blind to anything in particular?
Oh, well, I think he was blind to a person's faults. I mean, like my husband Harvey's cousin Maureen when she was going this vacuum cleaner salesman, and he was playing the horses all the time. Everybody knew it, but Maureen didn't want to see it. That's probably wrong, huh?
No, Mrs. Lacey, that is exactly right.
So then I said, blind to the other person's faults. And Professor Boucher, looks like Boucher, but it's pronounced Boucher, like the French say. She said, I had a real, what was that word? Aptitude. That's it. Aptitude. Is that something?
Sounds like a setup for doing more work.
Next week, we're going to read Macbeth.
Yeah, we read that in class. Definitely R-rated for violence.
Professor Boucher says it is the greatest tragedy in English literature.
I saw the movie. I wasn't that impressed.
It's William Shakespeare, Harvey.
Yeah, I'll take Neil Simon any day.
Professor Boucher says we get extra credit if we go see the Royal Shakespeare Company. It's Thursday night. You want to go with me?
Now, wait a minute, babe. That's tonight. We're supposed to go see Artie LaMotta in the bowling runoffs.
It's Derek Jacobi, Harvey. One of the greatest Shakespearean actors in the world.
And this is Artie LaMotta, the best bowler in Queens.
Well, you don't want to miss that, then. But I don't think that Artie's going to care if I show up or not.
Wait till you see The Witches, Mom. Very Stephen King.
Hey, come on, Mary Beth. You know how much Fran and the other wives love having you there.
Harvey, Professor Boucher says that this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, if Professor Boucher said it, I guess that's that.
Harv?
Don't worry, babe. I'll have Mom watch Alice. I will take the boys with me. You are covered, babe.
There you go, Coleman. Congratulate.
All right, you get lucky with Miss Kitty or what?
Oh, Mary Frances Mahoney's about to become the new Mrs. Manuel Esposito.
Well, my condolences to Miss Mahoney.
Yeah, thanks. Here you go, Marcus. One for the wife and kid.
I didn't know you two were serious.
Yeah, she's my main squeeze. She is my reason for living.
You never mentioned her before yesterday.
You just met her last week.
Well, I've known her husband for years.
So if anybody fitting that description comes in, Mr. Moskowitz, you call us immediately. Detective Lacey, 14th Precinct.
Red for the brunette, huh? And blue for the blonde.
It's not my style, Esposito.
Even if I'm not here,
Live a
there's
little
always
bit.
a
I'm getting
detective on
married
this
here.
phone. Yes.
You're cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Third time's the charm, eh?
Yeah,
You're
well,
welcome, Mr.
I'm gonna
Moskowitz.
keep on going till I get it right. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I know.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
Thank
Beth.
you. Cagney. Yes, that's right. What's your address, please? Uh-huh. Yes, no, we'll be there. Yes, we'll be there. Thank you. Pater's, the White Line Market, 484 8th Avenue. Huh?
Gee, things are picking up. You want yours?
Oh. Harvey likes the French can look, eh? Oh, hey, Mary Beth, you got the legs to show him off.
This is true.
Yes, Cagney. Hi, Sarah. No, I can't tonight. I'm working. Yeah, tomorrow would be fine. Okay, Sarah, I'll talk to you then. Bye. Did I say anything?
Didn't have to. Okay. Reindeer with the red nose or angel with the broken wing? Cookied out.
Me too. Take the rest of these home for the boys. Remember how you used to feel the first day of school? All excited, butterflies doing swan dives in your stomach. Like something big is about to happen, but you don't know what it is.
I used to feel that way about men. We've been here 3 hours, Steve. Maybe they're taking a late movie on the way.
Car 21, come in, please.
Car 21, Cagney.
Howie's Market, 39th and 7th. Just got a call from your perp. Expects to be hit momentarily.
Sounds like they decided to take it farther north. Dispatch another unit. We're sitting tight. We're 9 blocks away. Let's take it. I bet the guy told the store owner that the burglary was going down here tonight. Well, maybe they got wise that we were moving in. And maybe the Tooth Fairy really does live at the South Pole. You want this collar or not? 1, they don't call. They do it in person. 2, the bogus cop sets it up in the afternoon.
3, they could have changed their M.O.
And I'm telling you, they're just trying to draw us off.
While we're sitting here arguing, the deal could be going down, Sergeant.
We're not moving.
Yes, sir.
So they never showed?
No, sir, not in either place.
I talked to the owner at our stakeout, and there's no question that they contacted him.
You think it's worth another shot?
Absolutely. Carras and Esposito are going to watch the other store.
I was speaking with Detective Lacey.
The sergeant thinks it is, sir?
Well, if I'm going to pull another team off the chart, she better be right.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Cagney,
Yes, Lieutenant?
I want to talk to you a minute.
Yes.
I got a call from the DA's office. Apparently you're acting like a hostile witness in the Sarah Jones case.
That's right.
Well, maybe you want to tell me why? When this department's got a history of cooperating with the DA's office, not undermining his cases?
Sarah Jones' attorney asked me to testify for the defense, and I think the woman deserves some support.
You think that you're the only one here who feels some responsibility for this situation?
I never said that I felt responsible.
Bottom line is, Cagney, that we got smart too late about Sarah Jones. Look, you're working on a job a lot of years. It's possible to make a mistake sometimes. All right, Cagney. You testify in her behalf, but don't you be too tough on a DA, because you will not be helping Jones. You certainly won't be helping your own career, Sergeant.
Yes, Lieutenant.
I think it's a waste of time. They're on to us, or they would have hit last night.
Stakeout is on, Mary Beth.
You going somewhere?
Yeah, back in an hour. Sorry you have to miss your Shakespeare. You want to tell me the truth now? Is Brown the man who raped you?
I told you he was.
A year ago, you told me he wasn't.
I was afraid you were going to take me off the case. I'm sorry. I should have known that I could trust you.
How do you know this is the same guy? You never even saw his face.
I heard his voice. I'll remember that voice until the day I die. I didn't mean to kill him that night, Chris. All I wanted to do was to stop him. You, of all people, should understand.
I gotta get back to work, Sarah.
Chris, wait. My attorney thinks that the reason you removed me from the case is that you knew Brown was the man who raped me.
Why does he think that?
That's what I told him. The jury has to be convinced that he wasn't just a suspect. If you don't testify to that on the stand, I don't have a chance. They've got to believe he was guilty.
Sarah,
if they don't, forget my getting off. Murder, too, is what they're going to pin on me. For getting a rapist off the streets. Chris, that's not fair. That sure as hell isn't justice. I'm depending on you.
To lie for you?
You never lied before to get a job done? To get a conviction? Look, even if I get off, do you think I'll ever be free of what he did to me? All I'm asking for is a little help.
This is Christine. I can't take your call right now, but if you leave a message, I'll get back with you.
Hey, Chrissy, it's me. Just calling to see how you're doing. Nothing much on this end. No drinking, sober as a judge.
Just a minute.
Donna is making pot roast tonight. Give me a ring when you get a chance.
Yeah, who is it? Hi, Tony.
Frankincense and mirth. This is the mirth part.
Oh, gosh, that's awfully sweet of you. But, Tony, I really can't. Please don't get comfortable.
Don't be a tough guy. Just want to talk for a minute.
I've got to get to work.
I want your opinion on something.
I can't. I'm late now as it is.
I knew I could count on you. See you around, Sarge.
Damn it!
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Give it a few minutes, he'll show up. Bet on it.
Well, he better hurry. The store is closing. Think we could turn the car on, get some heat going in here?
You want to draw attention to us?
There's nobody coming, Christine. My feet are frozen, so you want to do me the favor?
When the store closes.
Oh, give it up, will you? Save us both from frostbite. You figured it wrong, that's all.
And we don't know that until the store closes, and I'm not turning on the car till it does.
The last 3 days, you turned into a real hard case.
Mary
you know
Beth,
that?
get off.
I don't know if it's this Sarah Jones business or
Where
what.
Sarah Jones is concerned, you weren't even there, remember? And if there's a problem with her, then it is my problem.
Fine. There's no problem with Sarah Jones. So, why are you so tense?
I am not tense.
Could have fooled me.
I'm thinking about something. Is that all right with you?
Fine. I'm the one who's nuts. Sitting in a frozen Plymouth in the middle of the night. I should be watching Derek Jacobi do Shakespeare.
I told you that I was sorry.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, sweetheart. Woof. What time is it?
7 minutes past midnight.
Hey, it's good to see you. How was work?
Lousy. Sat in that stupid car all night for nothing. Which I knew was gonna happen. But Sergeant Cagney. Nice tree.
Yeah, I know you liked the little one last year. So the boys and I went out after bowling. We got you a little bigger one.
Smells great. You got it in plenty of time, too. You couldn't have waited for me to help choose it?
Well, you're getting pretty busy these days, Mary Beth.
You got a point here, Harvey?
Oh, what with your work and classes, maybe a couple of things happen around here without you.
I see.
Mary Beth. What's going on, Mary Beth? You want a blue spruce, maybe? What?
We always wait till Christmas Eve when they go on sale, and then we all go together and get some little orphan tree that nobody else wanted. But this year, you had to go out and get one nice and early because you're mad at me or something, and you want to leave me out.
Nobody was leaving you out.
Oh yeah? Who you trying to kid? That's exactly what you did.
Hey, you're the one who wanted to take classes when you already got a job that wears you out. You can't have everything, Mary Beth.
Yeah?
You're occupied with your business, fine. But the family keeps on going.
What happened to I'm behind you all the way, babe? I've been to one class, Harvey Lacey, one. And you're acting like some kind of widower.
It's not a crime for a man to miss his wife.
Who is it?
Where's Cagney? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you up?
No, I was just reading. It is late, though. Anything wrong?
No, not really. I've just been thinking about what you said today. Do you have anything to drink around here?
Some gin.
No scotch, huh? Have any beer?
Just gin.
Gin's fine.
Tonic?
No, just ice things. Impressionist painters, I have this same book.
There's some beautiful work in there.
Actually, I just used mine to cover up a couple of cigarette burns on the coffee table.
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
So, what's up?
Don't you have anything to drink?
No.
Sarah, I'm not going to do it.
I thought you were my friend.
I am. But I'm not going to lie for you.
I'm facing 20 years.
You're asking me to perjure myself.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Big freaking deal.
Well, yeah, it is.
It's timing, Chris, that's all. I should have told you Brown was the guy who raped me months ago. I was confused and scared. If I had killed him when he first attacked me, there wouldn't even be a trial. See? That's timing, Chris. Not lies. Timing. Do you know what that creep did to me? Nobody cares about that.
I do. Very much.
Then do this one thing for me. One thing.
Sarah, you have been through a nightmare. And you need help.
Oh, God. You're not going to throw the therapy bone, too, are you? We couldn't get Brown, remember? Well, I got him.
Sarah, listen.
Look, I'll just get on that stand and I'll say I told you. How's that? Your word against mine.
Fine. You do whatever you have to do. But lying isn't the answer. You need help, and you can get it if you tell the truth.
Well, if that's all you've got to say, you better go. I've had enough platitudes to last me a lifetime.
How'd it go in court?
Guilty of manslaughter. She probably ended up doing a couple of years.
The jury didn't believe her defense.
Nope.
Did you?
Nope.
These phony cops are gonna hit again, Christina. We'll get them.
Trying to make nice here, Mary Beth?
Yeah, I suppose.
Look, I guess I have been a hard case lately.
No, I was way out of line on that one.
Well, it's forgotten.
No, I've been a hard case, Chris. Yeah, we're partners in a different way, and you're the boss now. That's hard for me sometimes.
We're partners first.
No, Christine. You got the rank now. You earned it. I'm telling you that I accept it, all right?
All right.
But even sergeants make mistakes, Christine.
I knew it.
It's not always easy to read people. Chris, you are not responsible for Sarah Jones. I think you should let yourself off the hook a little. That's all.
Wait a minute. You have any plans for your lunch hour? You have a play, something supposed to read?
No.
Oh, Bloomingdale's was having a lingerie sale. What do you say you and I go spend some money together? And not talk about work.
Yes, sir.
Detective?
Sergeant?
Hi.
My stereo turned up too loud?
Look, I'm sorry about last night.
So am I.
Tony, I said I was sorry. I had a lot on my mind.
So did I.
Yeah. Well, I have pesto sauce cooking and fresh pasta boiling. Come on, there's no point to eat it alone. Okay?
You're a hard woman to say no to.
Well, it's part of my charm. Good. So, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, I like the feet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're all ears.
You like my new nightie?
To tell you the truth, it wasn't on long enough for me to see it.
You liked it.
Want to know what turned me on?
What?
Sleeping with a co-ed again.
When did you ever sleep with a Cohen?
Well, I had a life before I met you.
Who was she?
No, I can't tell you. But she's now a prominent member of Congress.
I was getting the feeling that you didn't like ladies who went to school.
Well, it scares me a little bit, that's all.
You're not scared of anything.
No, honest. Hey, you've heard all my stories 100 times. Only thing else I got to talk about a sewer contract is something I heard at a bar.
That's not true. You're the smartest man I know. I'm trying to catch up with you, that's all.
Cut it out, Mary Beth.
No, it's the truth.
Well, I do keep up on current events.
Yes, you do.
And I talk a great deal about history.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids. They talk a lot about the kids.
Sladehorf.
Maybe I talk too much. Mary Beth, are you awake?